I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. And I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. If Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. I'm up and jaws are on the floor. Lovers in the bathroom and a line outside the door. Black lights and a mirror disco ball. Every night's another reason why I left it all. I think my wicked dreams are here from Tennessee. Oh Santa Monica, you've been too good to me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. Don't think I've left you all behind. Still love you, and Tennessee are always on my mind. And mama, every Saturday I can hear your southern drawl 1,000 miles away, saying, God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club.
I was fat, so I talk about it. Go ahead and say something, motherfucker. I was fat too. And it was hard as fuck every fucking day to get up. I know what it feels like when you roll your fat ass out of bed and all you want is some fucking damn cinnamon buns and shit and fucking chocolate milkshake. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. But I can't want it more than you. And so many people just wanted the easy way. I'm sorry, man. It's not. So what they start to do is they build this narrative. It's okay. When the narrative should be, you need to fucking work harder. You need to fucking discipline your mind better. We need to help people more than just saying it's okay. It's okay that you're not fucking willing to fucking help yourself out. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. You know it's your life. If that's acceptable, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. You know it's your life. That's unacceptable. Than just saying it's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. That's unacceptable. And there's a lot of people in this world, me included, that if I accepted that, I wouldn't be anywhere. So yeah, a lot of people just fucking, they start creating a narrative about themselves that make it okay. The ultimate get out of jail free card. And now the world is set up to have so many get out of jail free cards. Everything is okay. And you can't say a motherfucking thing about it. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. You know it's your life. If that's acceptable, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. It's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. You know it's your life. That's unacceptable. Than just saying it's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. When everything falls apart in life and your plan is fucked up, what the fuck are you gonna do? There's only one motherfucking option. Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard. So I'm here, minding my fucking business, trying to relax. The driver has his playlist on mute, so he can't hear any music. Me and my girl are here talking. She glances over at the fucking playlist. What pops up? Fucking going the distance. It brings me back. When I was 300 pounds, trying to lose fucking weight. To get a Navy SEAL, I had a plan. My plan is to go out there and run 4 fucking miles. But guess what? Everybody's got a fucking plan so you can hit the fucking mouth.
Wake up.
That's from Mike Tyson. So when your plan fails, when those bullets are fucking long.
Wake the fuck up. Lots to do. Wake up. No, I didn't watch the faggot Oscars. Leave me alone. Why do people ask me stupid shit? I'm telling you right now, I don't believe any of you actually watch this shit. I really don't. I don't think you watch. I don't think you've watched for years. I'm calling your fucking bluff. I am. Because the shit y'all text me, the shit you all send me doesn't even make fucking sense. How the hell you watch this stream and these videos and think that I watch the Oscars? You know I don't watch the fucking Oscars. You know. How do you not know? When have I ever got on here and talked about the fucking Oscars? When? It's never happened. Because I don't care. Unless maybe we'll talk about something that happened, like when Will Smith smacked. That's like the last time I remember talking about it. Oh, there was like a fish fuck movie or something. It's always some weird shit with the Oscars. No thanks. No thanks. Hold on, I gotta get that pizza out of the fucking backpack. That frozen DiGiorno. It's all I have. All I have left. Stand by. Stand back, stand by. Stand back, stand by. It's a dumb question, though. Stop asking dumb questions. We got to read some thing Red Hawk sent a while back. I got to get this done already. Enough procrastinating. Something about abortion. Seems like a sad story. Long, too. It's a long ass Substack post, but we're going to read it. Apparently it's sad. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's a story of happiness, of killing your child and living a great life. I don't know. I don't know. You know? We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. We're going to know the answers. What else is going on? I ain't really been. Seems like World War III is about to pop off. These nerds are fucking losing it. The fucking European nerds are having a meltdown. They're gonna send tanks. They're gonna send troops. They're gonna send money. They're gonna send people. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. This is why we elected Trump, because we are not going to fight Russia. And Elliot Speller, where do I begin with Elliot Speller? Where's he at, by the way? Get him in here. He's got to listen to this. Get out of my fucking mentions, crying all day. You have to stop. Everyone thinks they're so clever. Everybody thinks they're saying something, man. I get it too. I get it. Because on the surface, it sounds good, you know. When I read some of y'all shit, I go, yeah, on the surface, this makes sense. You seen that meme going around where it's like somebody will post something and then some dude will go, "This goes hard if you're a retard." That's what it's like talking to some of you. Like you all, if you was talking to a retard, you'd be, they'd be like, "Damn, this dude know what he's talking about." Well, when you're talking to me, you sound dumb. You sound like a kid, bro. I mean, Elliot Speller, Jesus Christ. What a mess today from him. So, Elliot Speller has been trying. I mean, he's been trying to defend this Ukraine shit. He's just not good at it. And today he decided to bring up Israel. Knew that was coming, saw it a mile away. I knew y'all was going to start bringing up Israel. Let me ask you a question. Serious question. Do y'all not understand that things are different, like situations are different than other situations? You not understand that just because you got a war over here and a war over here doesn't mean they're exactly the same. There are differences. Would you like me to explain to you the differences between the war in Israel and the war in Ukraine? Well, Israel is fighting terrorists, Hamas, Hezbollah, terrorist organizations is who Israel's at war with. We have a vested interest in fighting the same terrorists because they want to kill us too. Do you understand? Do you understand? You get it. Now, I know a lot of you hate Israel, you hate the Jews. I get it. I get it. Not getting into all that. Don't care. It is what it is. We have a vested interest in Israel. Who they are fighting against is our enemy. Okay? Ukraine is fighting a nuclear superpower. We do not want to fight Russia. We do not want to have a proxy war with Russia. It's a very big difference between what's going on in Israel and what's going on in Ukraine. Israel can defeat Hamas. They can defeat Hezbollah. They can win the war. Ukraine cannot defeat Russia. They can't do it. It doesn't matter how much money you send. It doesn't matter if you stick around long enough. We'll watch some tonight, but you're going to have to wait for, you got to read Red Hawk's abortion story first. So if you stick around long enough, if you give me a Twitter, so I've been meaning to watch it. The problem is, I don't know how to contact you. I don't just want to watch it, and then maybe I don't title it right or whatever. But if you stick around long enough tonight, we'll watch some Dragon Ball Z. What was I talking about with Ukraine? I done forgot. Who gives a fuck? We're not fighting your fucking war with Ukraine. We did. We voted for Trump for a reason because we do not want to fight this war. I don't want to give money to Israel either. So I don't. You're barking up the wrong tree on that. But I understand the difference between the conflict in Israel and the conflict in Ukraine. I understand the difference. And I'm not going to pretend there's not a difference. You can if you'd like. You like to play silly little games and act like a child. I'm not doing it. As I sit on Twitter talking to these children all the time is beneath me. I need to talk to some fucking adults. I would love to talk to somebody that could say some shit to me that would make me go, "Oh, I never thought about it like that." But none of you are capable of it, so fuck. I mean, the ones that are capable of it, they agree with me. So, they're not going to argue with me. You know why? Because I'm right. People that have sense agree with me. They're not yes men, they just have sense. All those people you call yes men just have more sense than some of you. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but they got more sense than you. It would be foolish to disagree with me because I'm right. It would be silly. You'd make a fool of yourself. Oh yeah, Lazinski made a fool of himself. He threatened our country in the Oval Office. Like, fuck this guy, man. And then he's like, "Your sons and daughters are gonna have to go fight." And I think that clip's old, but whatever. We're gonna have to go fight your war. No, we're not, brother. No, we're not. I would love to debate one of these guys on Discord about this, but they're too pussified to get on there and debate me. Why is everybody such a pussy, man? What happened to y'all? Y'all used to have some courage, and you've been broken, you've been defeated, you have no courage anymore. You have no. I've slapped you around too much. I get it. I went too hard on y'all. I went too hard on Junie. I went too hard on Par. I decimated these nerds, and they just can't take it. They can't. They don't want to step back in there because they know how ruthless it's going to be, and they don't want to deal with it. I get it. But you all come at me so you come at me like I'm an idiot. You talked down to me, and so I have to slap you around. I have to treat you like a piece of shit clown. Just so you get it through your head that you're not smarter than me, that you have no right to be talking to me like that, and you better knock it the fuck off. So I had to go hard on you. I had to humble you. Humbled them too much. I've humbled too many of them there. We definitely got to start doing 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Z a week. I need that 35 a week. That will help pay for the laptop. So we need to pick a day. I have a set schedule now. I'm off Tuesdays and Thursdays, but my girl's over here a lot, which I like her over here. So I'm not going to tell her not to be over here, but it's not over here every day, though. Trying to think of a good day. It'll have to be after 9 p.m. though. 9:30. I get off at 9:30. I'm off Tuesdays and Thursdays, and every other day I work 1 to 9:30. That's my life. What I do. What I do now. Ukraine is not winning the war, bro. Like, I just don't understand why these people want to just. I just don't get it, man. I understand it if you're a man and you're like, let's keep fighting, and you're going to Ukraine to sign up and join the fight. I respect that because it's like, okay, well, I don't agree with all this war and stuff, but at least you're not a pussy ass coward, and you're putting your money where your mouth is. You're gonna go fight. You're not gonna tell other men to fight and die. You're gonna go fight and die because this you believe in this. It's guys like Elias Speller and all these other guys. It's like they're not gonna fight. And I just think it's a very cowardly thing for a man. I've always thought that since I was a teenager. Like, to be pro war and unwilling to join the military is cowardly. That's why I'm not pro war. I don't want to fight. I don't want to join the military. I have no interest. I actually thought about joining the military out of high school, but 9/11 and all that, and it just wasn't a good time. The Iraq War, just I didn't see myself dying for oil. This wasn't something I was into, so I decided not to do that. I did like the discipline of the military. I liked ROTC. I liked how disciplined, organized things were. I think it's a good thing to go into because it molds you into a better person. But uh, what's the point of being molded into a better person if you're just going to die on a desert battlefield? No thanks. No thanks. But no, Ukraine's not winning the war. If America did not fund Ukraine and give them all these weapons and stuff, this war would be over a long time ago. That's the reality. That's the reality of this. People are children too. It's like, why are you putting down Ukraine? Why are you talking shit about Ukraine? It's like, bro, grow up. Ukraine is getting the shit kicked out of them. People are dying. This is just enough. This needs to end. And Trump can end it. Putin is coming to the table with Trump, so we can get an end to this. Yeah, but Putin's going to keep the lands he took. And yeah, because he's going to turn it, he said he's going to turn it into a demilitarized zone. Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth. Maybe he's full of shit. Time will tell. But they've been fighting this war for 3 years, man. Like, let's try to have peace. Let's try to bring this to a resolution. And if it pops off again down the road, okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But my God, the way these people are talking is Putin is Adolf Hitler. It's 1940 something. And if they don't fight, then it's over. They're acting like it's like right at the beginning of like World War II, like like they got to jump the gun. They need to stand now instead of standing down the road when it's really bad. You know, when he's invading Poland and all these shit. What's the proof of that he's going to do any of that? Where's the proof of this shit? Let me tell you something right now. Putin is not going to invade anybody while Trump's president because Trump's a wild card and Putin does not have dirt on Trump. Well, why doesn't Trump attack Putin? Why doesn't he talk shit to Putin? Because there's no reason to, guys. Come on, man. There's no reason to shit talk Putin right now. You've been doing it for years and you've gained nothing by doing it. Why don't you? It's what JD Vance was trying to say. Why don't we come with a different approach and try that? Just try it. Nah, you can't trust Putin. We're the United States of America. We're not a bunch of pussies. We have weapons. We have power. We have nukes. We can negotiate a deal, and he's going to think twice breaking that deal with Trump because Trump has proven he'll drone strike a motherfucker. He don't give a fuck. Trump, it's a whole different ball game with Trump, and he knows that. Putin knows that. Putin knows that Trump is not going to be around forever either, so there's no reason to make a move while Trump's president. Instead, wait until one of these weak pussy Democrats is in power, and then you can do whatever you want, as seen with Biden. The leaders of the world saw Donald Trump get shot, stand up, and pump his fist at the shooter and say, fuck you. Everyone saw that. So that's the type of guy he is. He's a real deal guy. He ain't no pussy. Y'all can talk all you want about all this stuff, but Trump ain't a pussy. He proved it. What he did, there is nothing cowardly about that. That's full blown man shit to stand up after getting shot and stand up and be like, fight, fight, and be pissed off, your head showing. You don't give a fuck. Shoot another bullet. Fuck you. He should be dead. He should be dead right now. Not only did he not die, he stood back up instantly and said, fuck you. You don't fuck around with a guy like that. You don't play games with a guy like that. We got to get over the fantasy that Trump is some pussy ass coward bitch. I mean, enough of that. Good Lord, how many examples you need that he's not? And Putin knows that. Putin knows that Trump is a wild card. Who knows what Trump might do? So it's best, and I guarantee it, it's best to wait till Trump is gone. He's only in there 4 years. It's best to wait. Putin's not a retard, not some dumbass. He knows. He knows Trump's not going to play games. And once 4 years, he can wait Trump out and wait for the stupid Democrat to come in. That's why you got to vote J.D. Vance. That's why you got to. I mean, who knows? I mean, if World War III starts, Trump can suspend the elections, right? That's what Zelensky did. So if we get attacked, Trump should suspend the elections and stay president until the war's over, right? Everybody agree? Oh, no, it's different when it's Trump, right? You motherfuckers better not try to pull off some attack on this country, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm standing with Trump when he suspends the elections and makes himself king and remains in power, and he does exactly what Zelensky is doing. I'm going to defend Trump when he does it. So don't you attack this country. Don't you try to kill a bunch of people and start some shit up, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to backfire on you. Because we're all going to start campaigning for Trump to get a third term. We're going to start pushing for all that shit. Suspend the elections, we need Trump in there till the war's over. That's what Zelensky does. Damn, Miracle, you all right? I'm used to Marshall doing that, but I ain't never seen her do that. Marshall ain't done it in a while. Well, today I built me a new dog cage in the kitchen so these dogs can't piss on my car. I'm tired of coming home and cleaning a spot. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. So they were pinned in there today. They did not like it. Too bad. When the peeing on shit stops, you can come out of the motherfucker when I'm not here. I'm tired of it. It was so nice come home and ain't piss everywhere. Ain't a spot here, spot there. And you got to stand over it, suck it all up, get it nice and clean. It takes time. Ugh. I don't care how you pronounce his name. I don't give two fucks. Come on, Rogue. You're telling me to show respect? You're telling me to get his name right? He's a piece of you. Come on. You need to come to your senses. After he threatened our country, fuck him and fuck how to pronounce his name. Fuck him. I don't want to learn. And that's how it. Let's hear it. Let me hear this. Let me hear somebody say his name. Because I hear his name all the time, and that's what it sounds like. Lil Maybe other motherfuckers are pronouncing it wrong, and I'm just picking. I don't know. I told you I'm a retard. I don't know. Copying everybody else. By the way, the Elon Musk, I listened to some of that. The interview with Rogan, it's pretty good. I listened to the rest of it, though. I am ignorant. I'm dumb. I don't claim to be smart. I'm just smarter than a lot of you. That's all. That's not saying anything, though. It's not like, you know what I mean? You're not Albert Einstein. Let's hear his name.
I took two things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into a successful business. Hi, I'm Ronnie. I'm the owner of Ketatov, and I teach people all over the world how
That's
to
what I'm
dance with
saying.
their dogs on my website. I was
What are you
searching for
talking
a
about?
platform where I can really
Zelensky.
manage my business. A place that can help
That's his
me
name.
share my knowledge and
I
create
hear
a
it 100
community
times a
around
day.
dog
What you talking
dogs.
about?
And
Штати, якби виступали гарантом, і коли вони зараз дають задню і все таке, це не зовсім зрозуміло людям, як так може бути. Тому, мало що можна сказати по цьому поводу.
Called JD
Одне я
Vance a
знаю
bitch,
точно,
ate
що
it
без
in
підтримки
Russian. I mean, the disrespect is ridiculous. And people are so fucking dumb. I'm glad I thought of this because I'm gonna shut down one of these talking points they use all the time. Well, what about Elon Musk coming to the Oval Office? He wasn't wearing a suit. First of all, he was wearing a suit jacket. Yes, he was. Second of all, let me explain the difference. Okay? Elon Musk is not coming to the Oval Office to beg Trump for money. Okay? He's not coming to do that. This motherfucker, Lazinski, is. I'm going to call him Lazinski. I don't care. I'm going to put a nail on it. Just because it drives you crazy. My mind slipped. I forgot I'm a troll. I don't even know why I explained myself. I know I'm saying it right. Fuck you. Get mad about it. Get upset about it. Type away. Funny to me. It's an inside joke in my own mind with myself. You know why I call him Linsky? Because we're lending him all this goddamn money and I'm tired of it. Linsky coming over here to ask for another loan. Linsky. That's what we're going to call it. That's what I'm calling him. Linsky. Zelensky. Zelensky. No, it's Linsky. Lynn's in his fucking name. Ain't that funny? Got that gay ass accent. Mr. President, I am not playing cards. I am not playing cards. I'm a serious man. I'm a world leader, fighting a war. That was one of the that right there should get him impeached and thrown out of office right there. The fact that he said that to Trump in response to Trump going, "You don't have the cards," which is a figure of fucking speech. It's a figure of speech. And he literally took it. He took it literally. And he went, "I'm not playing cards. I'm a world leader in a war. I'm a world leader in a war. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy, got my big boy pants on." You're not a big boy. You're not a big boy. You're not a big boy. I don't know, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know about electing a short motherfucker to be your leader. And I'm short. I'm the same height as him. So, I ain't talking no shit about it. I'm just saying that's not who I'd pick to be my leader. I'd pick like a 6'8" motherfucker. You know what I mean? An intimidating looking motherfucker, big muscular 6'8" motherfucker. So Trump is 6'3". He does not come. Linsky doesn't come off as intimidating. By the way, I'm saying Linsky. There's a goddamn L right there. Zelensky. Get off my dick. Get off my ass about this. Shut up. Sound fucking retarded. You know what the fuck I'm saying? You know exactly what the fuck I mean. Get a grip. It would be hard. It would be very hard. Yeah, it's going to be. Yes, it's going to be. Because your leader disrespected the President of the United States. Disrespected our Vice President in the Oval Office. Didn't even put a suit on. Well, Elon didn't have a suit. Elon ain't begging for money. Linsky is. He begging for all kinds of money. When you come beg the president for money, put a tie on, motherfucker. Put a tie on. It's a show of respect. It's like I need your help. You're asking me for money. I'm coming in here. And don't run your mouth either. Don't get on there and run your mouth. This dude kept taking shots at Putin. Now, people get all bent out of shape when you say this. Dumb fuck liberals get so mad when I say this. What do you mean he took shots at Putin? Putin invaded his country and killed his people. As if I don't know that. Let me explain something to you, child. When you're trying to make a deal with somebody and bring about a peaceful resolution, you got to quit talking shit to them. You understand? Like if me and you was talking shit to each other and then it was like, we've been talking shit to each other, we've been fighting and shit. And man, maybe we should talk and just bring this to an end. This is getting out of hand. And then the whole time we're trying to make a deal, you talking shit. You talking mad shit. You running your mouth. You would just keep running your fucking mouth. Why would I want to make a deal with you? By the way, I remember when Putin went into Ukraine, and I remember the lead up to that, and I remember the constant warnings from Putin. Probably because I listened to Alex Jones, and he was playing these videos of Putin warning over and over, do not do this, don't do this, this is going to lead to war, I will invade Ukraine, do not do this, do not do this, don't do this. And they did it. They antagonized. That doesn't mean Putin's a good guy. It doesn't mean Russia's some great, oh my God, holy place or whatever. They're a country, and we're trying to put missiles on their fucking border. What would we do if a country was trying to put missiles? If Russia came over here and went into Mexico and was trying to put missiles on the Mexican border pointing at our country, do you think for a fucking second that we'd put up with that? Come on now. But people want to think about this like a child. Good guy, bad guy shit. It's not a movie. It's not a movie. This is real life. This is a war. No, Putin's going to take over Europe. He's the next Hitler. La 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 la. It doesn't even make sense, by the way. The problem with these people is if you actually listen to what they say, and I listen to what people say, I don't get off in the fantasy. I'm one of the few people on earth that doesn't go into his own head and start arguing with himself when I hear people talk. I don't go, what did he really mean? I'll ask a motherfucker what they meant. I'll just ask them. Like, what do you mean by that? If I'm confused or whatever. I don't go into my own head and start arguing with myself, my own mind. And that's what a lot of you do. And that's why you're so deep in these fantasies. I mean, I listen to you and you say that Ukraine is winning the war. Okay, that right there, that statement right there, Ukraine is winning the war. Okay, explain it. If Ukraine is kicking the shit out of Russia, how the fuck is Russia going to take over the world? How are they going to take on the United States of America and take over the world? Because you're literally telling me that we're kicking the shit out of them by proxy. So what happens when we come full force on them? You understand? Especially after they've exhausted themselves going into Europe, going into these other countries. Well, China will help. Who says China wants to get involved in all that? Who says China? You know what I mean? Who the fuck says? It looks like China's thinking about just getting a hold of Taiwan. It doesn't, world domination ain't easy, guys. There's a reason Adolf Hitler failed. It ain't easy to fight the entire planet and fight every country on Earth. It ain't easy. Well, men in caves in Afghanistan fought us and in Iraq, and they fought us. And a lot of them fucking died, too, fighting us. A lot of them died. There's a lot of dead motherfuckers over there because they fought us. As if there was some goal, by the way. These wars were only started to go indefinitely and so they can launder money and buy weapons and these people could get, you people crack me up the way you talk about this shit. Oh, I used to talk just like you too. I used to be a retard just like you. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I used to be just like you. Dumb as a fuck. Dumb as a motherfucker. But I caught on to the game. I saw the game. I saw the game in 2016. I saw what you were doing. I said, oh, you're a fucking bunch of liars. You lie so much, and I got to look into everything. I've looked into it. I know what I'm talking about now. I used to say the same thing. We can't even fight Afghanistan. We didn't go in Afghanistan to win anything. We went there so these military industrial complex motherfuckers could make all this money. That's why we went there. Hell, 9/11 was probably fucking some inside job shit, to be honest with you. These motherfucking crooked bastards probably been involved in all this shit. All this shit. I mean, they had shit ready to go after 9/11. They had a Patriot Act. They had all these things ready to go. That's a red flag when you got all this stuff ready to go and the attack, this surprise attack happens. It's like, damn, you seem like you was prepared for the aftermath. You seem like you was ready to go with a war machine and a spy machine, spy on the citizens of the country. Man, y'all was prepared, huh? Thought it was a surprise attack. You didn't see it coming. No, they had the Patriot Act all drawn up. They were just waiting on something to happen where they could implement it without the public getting pissed. Here, let's slam some planes into a building. That'll do it. Everybody will be too distracted by that. And they'll realize we got to spy on people. Hell, if we don't, you'll die. It's a scare tactic. It's fear mongering. It's what these people do. That's what they're doing now. Well, Russia's going to invade and take over the world. Well, you told me Ukraine is winning the war. If Russia cannot defeat Ukraine, how the fuck they going to defeat the world and all the world's armies? Come on, man. Use your brain. Hey, how about we avoid all that and we just make peace? I mean, Trump says Putin's ready to sign a deal and we're going to have some peace. All Zelensky's got to do is do what he's fucking told. Zelensky got to do what he's told. Because Zelensky has no leverage. That's what you don't have the cards means. It's a figure of speech to say you don't have leverage. You have no leverage whatsoever. So you just have to take the deal you're given. And the fact that you're getting a deal at all is incredible for you because you have no leverage, right? But Trump has leverage. Trump has leverage that he can use, and he's willing to use it to get things done. Putin is not losing this war. So he doesn't, he can just keep going if he wants. And now Europe is making a fool of itself. So everybody is showing that they want war. They're all warmongers. They said Trump was a warmonger. They said Trump was going to do all this stuff. Now we see that it's them. They want war so bad. We see Vladimir Putin willing to come to the table and have a peace deal. We see Trump's, he's there. He wants to be the middleman, get it done. And now we see all these leftist clowns, all these leftist world leaders. We see Zelensky. None of them want to end the war. None of them want peace. What they want to do is they want Trump to agree to send troops to provide security so that they can stage some type of false flag attack on our troops, blame it on Russia. It's clear as day. It's obvious. I don't even need Alex Jones to tell me this shit no more because I see it as clear as day now. It's just right in your face. We're going to send British troops. They're going to send British troops into Ukraine. And they want U.S. troops to come too. They want some coalition to provide security. And then something will happen to those troops, and they'll say we had to go to war with Russia. We're not walking into that trap. Fuck you. And I hope Trump pulls us out of NATO because they're not going to send British troops in there, get British troops killed, and then say that we have to defend Britain. We have to step. Fuck that. You people have lost your fucking minds, and we voted for Trump for a reason. We're not involving ourselves in this anymore. We're done. The American people have spoken. Get over it. We're not doing it. We're not going to fight your little war for you. Our sons and daughters are not going to die for your little war. That's not going to happen. And I seen a bunch of soldiers say if they get sent over there, that don't send them over to Ukraine because they're gonna go after Lazinski. They're gonna go fuck him up. They don't like you, motherfucker. Because you're disrespectful. You come over here. Even Biden went off on this clown. He's been shit talking our country, shit talking our president. Even when Biden was in there, he was mouthing off to Biden. And Biden put him in his place too. Old ass Biden set up and woke up for a minute and went, "Hey, motherfucker, let me remind you who you're fucking talking to. I may be old and senile. I'm the president of the United States of America. Fuck you. I'm giving you money now. Fuck you. Watch your tone with me." But see, Trump's fully aware. See, Biden was a little off, so it's like, he kind of just, he forgot about it. He forgot the disrespect. Trump, remember this shit. And he'll be back. They'll be back groveling to Trump. You wait and see. They're all going to grovel to Trump. They're all going to. He's the only one that can end this war. He's the only one with the will and the power to end it. The United States of America has the power to end it without firing a shot. That's how powerful this country is. You have to use that power. Not to destroy the world, but to make everybody else fall in the fucking line. Real simple. This Linsky motherfucker does not want to give up power. He does not want the war to end because if the war ends, he will be voted out of office. 100% the people will vote him out. Anyway, I gotta read some long ass fucking thing. I don't even know, something about abortion or something. Got donated for it. Red Hawk donated for it. We gotta watch it. No, it's an article. It has to be read. It's long too. Criminal prosecutions will take place following the release of the Epstein client list. Where is it then? Wouldn't want to hurt Putin's feelings. No. When you're trying to make a deal and you got Putin at the table and he's saying he's ready to make a deal, he's all in. That's not the time to start talking shit, little kids. Hillary Clinton's a grown woman. She knows, though, by the way. Hillary knows exactly what I'm talking about. She ain't no dumbass. She's just playing the game. She's playing her game. But you see, none of you are playing the game. You're not powerful elitist, okay? So it's not in your best interest to play this game. I don't know why you're playing it. You are the ones that go and die in this war and fight it. You realize that? These people. There's part of me that wants it to happen. There's part of me deep down, a sick part of me that wants to watch all of you get drafted so I can laugh at you because you're stupid. You cheer for war. You want it so bad. You want to virtue signaling is a cancer on our society. People want to look like the good guy so bad. I stand with Ukraine. It takes nothing to stand with Ukraine. You don't have to do anything but say it. You don't have to do a goddamn thing but say it. And when they talk about cutting funding, you just go, no, I stand with Ukraine. Give them all our taxes. Give it all up. It's so funny when you talk about this, like when you say like, yeah, they sent like 100-something billion over there, but they should have just divided that up amongst the rest of us and gave us that. Oh, you only would have got $5. It's a biggie bag from Wendy's, motherfucker. I don't know what world you live in. I would have took the 5. I'd rather have that 5 in my pocket than have it used to fuel this war, just innocent people just getting killed left and right. There's people dying left and right. The soldiers out there fucking blowing each other up to shit for nothing. For nothing. Young men, this ain't old people. I keep trying to tell y'all, it ain't the elderly that gets sent to war, it's the young men. Yeah, but they'll eventually send the older people. Well, of course they will. But don't you understand what that means? It means all of you are dead. You shouldn't want that. People are so caught up in trolling and virtue signaling. I'm telling you, it's a real cancer. It's a real cancer in our society. It's really bad. I blame the internet. People are not in reality anymore. They're in a fantasy world. They really are. Where they think that they can't be drafted into a war, that they can't, you know what I mean? It can't happen. But they're pulling, there's tons of videos where they're pulling people off the streets in Ukraine against their will and throwing them in vans and shit. I think I got it bookmarked. Oh my God, I forgot all about this. I'm glad I went in the bookmarks. Oh. All right, we're taking a detour. We're talking about this guy. We're talking about this guy. I can't believe I found this morning. It's the fucking Ukrainian Wings of Redemption. Ukrainian Wings of Redemption is a real person. It exists. There is a Ukrainian version of Wings of Redemption. And it's right here. You're going to watch this and it's going to remind you so much of Wings. Even the way they're trolling him. What do they tell Wings? Get a job. Hey, get a job. I don't know what they say now. I don't know how the money's going. I don't know. I don't follow his life, but they used to tell him get a job. You need to get a job. Get a job. Get a job. Why don't you get a job? Get a job. Get a job. Well, watch what they tell this dude. This is Ukrainian Wings of Redemption. This is funny as fuck. This is a guy that lives in Ukraine, by the way. He lives over there. So he kind of should be fighting the war. It's very strange.
Всім пока, я, блядь, на фронт. Поїхать? Уже сейчас мені виїжджати, чи когда? Я, сука, дуже сильно радий за вашого брата. Він молодець, я ним пишаюсь, він герой. До мене, блядь, які питання? Встать, їхать мені зараз на фронт? Блядь, єбіть його рот нахуй, я не понимаю. Вам це все нахуй не нужно. Пиздец якийсь, блядь. Блядь, стараєшся, сука, щось видумуєш, нахуй. Там жопу рвеш, напрягаєшся, поїбать, пиздуй на фронт, блядь. У мене теж брат, він теж толстий, блядь. І я дуже сильно радий. Я, друга людина, блядь. Друга, нахуй. Пиздец, я не... Як так можна, блядь? Нахуя ти в мене це спрашуєш? Нахуя? Поясни, з якою ціллю, блядь? Пиздец, блядь, сука, вы если что-то подтякаете нахуй, сначала чуть-чуть думайте, что вы говорите.
I wish we could read that donation.
И у мене тоже есть знакомые,
Does anybody know what that person just said to him? You know they trolling him hard.
Что мені нахуй сделать, если мене не беруть, блядь?
Dude, you gotta understand something about that. Trolls are ruthless. They do not care. They're like telling this guy to go die in a war. Literally. It's not a joke. Like, literally, he could end up on the front lines and die in a war. It's a very real possibility for him. Very real possibility. Like, he's right there in Ukraine. He is a man. He don't look like an old man. He look like he could fight. He a big old motherfucker, too. He could take some bullets. You can get behind him. And they just fucking with him hard. They don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. You see these people. Sometimes you see them begging these trolls for some sympathy or whatever. Fuck that. You gotta tell them to go fuck themselves. You gotta troll them back. You gotta be ruthless to them. That's the game. These people don't give a fuck. Especially when they're telling you to go fight in a fucking war. I mean, there's levels to trolling, but sometimes, I mean, some people and this guy's probably a real cocksucking prick too. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, people troll me, but people don't really tell me to go die and kill myself and shit. I don't get that a lot. So when people are telling you go get in this war and die, you must be a real cocksucker. And I don't know a lot about this guy, but he's a man living in Ukraine and he's not fighting the war, but he's sitting on his stream defending the war. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, cowardly shit. So I can see why people fucking with him hard. Because he's sitting in Ukraine. He's sitting in Ukraine defending the war. Why? What the fuck?
Блядь.
What the fuck should I do if they don't fucking take me? Get your ass on the front line.
Блядь, ну я не знаю, як нахуй. Я заїбався воювати. Сука, ти воюєш, блядь, за наше суспільство, за наших людей.
He thinks he's fighting. He's doing a live stream, talking shit every day, and he's fighting. Listen. I can buy that. I can buy that you have a big live stream, you have a lot of people watching, and you're speaking about politics or whatever, and you're swaying people's minds, getting them to vote, you're fighting the fight, you're doing your thing. All right. But that's in a normal environment, normal time. You're in a war, son. Your country's at war. They're invading your country. They're running out of men to fight. It's not enough that you're just sitting on the computer talking shit. You need to be out in the battlefield fighting for your country. You're a man. It ain't like there's an election coming up and you're, whatever. You know what I mean? You are fucking... It's happening, man. So it's not enough. It's not enough. You ain't fighting for nothing. You ain't doing a damn thing.
Які тобі говорять, мало, ти мало, іди на фронт.
What do we need him to do a live stream for at this point? Why do we need him to get on there and run his mouth about Putin? What does that do? That don't solve nothing. There's plenty of leftist retards in this country doing that. We don't need you. You're over there in the thick of it. You need to be fighting. You need to be fighting. Kanye West set to interview Andrew Tate. Oh, good. Oh, goody. Now, what did I come in here to show? Came in here for a reason. What was I going to play? Got distracted by Ukrainian Wings of Redemption. Oh, God, I gotta say this too. So remember they said this kid killed herself over immigration. They was bullying her about immigration. Turns out somebody in her family was raping her. 11-year-old girl. That's why she killed herself, because she was getting raped by a family member. And the media used that story and made it about deportations and shit. Clown show. You're going to go die for this. Here he is telling you.
The U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way as we are sending their sons and daughters to war. And they will have to fight, because it's nature that we're talking about. And they will be dying, God forbid, because it's a horrible thing. The U.S.
No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to be involved. You can die for it. We can say no. We said no. We voted in the election and we said no to this. No, there's a reason I came in here. I had something. What was I talking about earlier? I was going to show something before I read that thing. Now I done forgot. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you this. This right here. This is what they do in Ukraine. They take motherfuckers. And I think they do this in Russia too. I don't know. I heard they do it, but this is insane. So they just go and pick some random dude up off the street, some young kid, and take him to goddamn war. Some evil shit. Holding back the mama, take her son to die. They're like, Right, and their only rebuttal to this is, well, Putin's doing it too. Yeah, man, why don't we stop this? Why don't we end this war so this don't have to happen to people? This is insane. Imagine if this was you, and that's the beauty of it. Can you see why I want to see it happen to you, you cocksucking coward? Oh, this is real. This is as real as it gets. There's tons of videos of this. There's a compilation. I thought I had a compilation, but there's literally tons of it, clips of it. It's fucking nuts. But there's something beautiful. Hear me out on this. There's something beautiful about it all spiraling out of control. An all-out war taking place. And I gotta go. We all gotta go fight it. It is what it is. But there's a peace, there's a beauty in knowing that these cocksuckers like Elliot Speller, these clowns like Junie, are gonna get a knock on the door, and they're gonna get put in the back of a fucking van and driven to the front fucking lines. There's something beautiful about it. And in that moment, that's where you'll find joy. As they put you in the van too, but you'll find joy, you'll find some comfort, you'll start laughing. You'll be in the back of the van and you'll start laughing. Because you'll be thinking about Junie. You'll be thinking about Park. You'll be thinking about all these clowns over the years that you've seen on the internet that defend these wars, Destiny, all these dorks. You'll be thinking about them in the back of that van. You'll be saying, yeah, I'm in this van. I'm going to die in this war. But so are they. And they're probably pissing their little panties right now. They're probably struggling to get. I just went ahead and accepted my fate and got in the back of the van. Because you're not going to fight these men. You're not. You might as well just accept it. You're not going to win it. So, you might as well just get in the back of the van. And they're pissing all over themselves, shitting themselves, panic attack. Oh my God. And you know that. You know it. And you know you just got in the back of the van. Because it is what it is. You've accepted it. You're not retarded. You knew it was coming. You had been telling them for years this was going to be the end result. So when you finally get put in the back of the van, you're going to be at peace. You saw it coming for 10 years. You knew it. They're going to be pissing on themselves because they don't think this can happen to them. I know it could happen to me. I don't need you to tell me it could happen to me. I'm a fucking man. I'm a 38-year-old man. It could definitely happen to me. But if it happens to me, they've killed all of you. You're dead. The young men go first. They don't put some old 38-year-old slow motherfucker out there when they got a fresh 20-year-old, 18, 19-year-old kid ready to fight. They're going to pick you first. The last thing you want to see in a war situation is they start drafting 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds because it means all the 20-year-old men are dead. That's what that means. I know that you want to troll, and I don't know why you're trolling about that. Was it supposed to bother me? I'm the one telling you that this is going to happen if you don't knock it off. I don't need you to tell me reality. You need to be told about reality. You need to hear the brutal truth of what you're supporting. I don't need to hear it. I'm telling you right now. If you keep on, we're going to be put in the back of the van. Me too. But I'm not going to be on video looking like a pussy-ass punk. I'm not going out like this. You're going to see me get in the back of the van and accept my fate like a man. That's what you're going to see me do. You're going to be pissed running down your leg, shitting yourself. That's the difference between us. There's two types of men. There's that, and then there's the man that gets in the back of the van. And the man that gets in the back of the van is the one that's telling you, don't go to war, don't go to war, don't start war, let's calm down, let's not do this, because he knows what's going to happen to him if the war starts. And it's these weak pussy-ass men like Destiny, Paul, all these weak-ass beta pussies that, it's a mindset. It's not about, people want to tell. A man has a certain mindset. And a man knows that if you start conflict, it doesn't matter how big and bad you think you are, you can die very easily, you can be shot very easily. You don't go to war, you don't fight unless there's no other option. You gotta exhaust all other options before you start getting physical. Because once that violence starts, who knows what's going to happen? You could die. You could accidentally kill the other guy, end up in prison for the rest of your life. Who knows what could take place? And and that's just a fist fight in the parking lot of a Walmart. We're talking about war between nations, and y'all want to play games with it because you think there's no consequences for you, and I hope there is. I hope you get your little consequences, and you will. That's the beauty of it. Either it doesn't happen or it does happen, and you get what you deserve. So I win either way. That'll be you. And they'll have to shove you in that fucking van. Get your ass in that van, boy. Fight for your country, brother. I wonder what they're saying to him while they're doing it. You think they're talking shit, or you think it's like, you gotta fight for your country, brother. Brother, we're here. You must fight for our country, brother. Brother, please. Brother, our nation, brother. Brother. Or you think they're like, get in the fucking van, you fucking bitch. You beta pussy. You should have already been on the front lines, bitch. Get his mom out of here. Get his dumbass mom out of here. I wonder what they're saying. Is there a way to find out? Is there some report? What do they say to him while they're doing that? You know, there's something being said. You know what the guy's doing. He's crying. He's having a meltdown. I mean, I don't blame him. But I know better. I already know it. At that point, I would just, I mean, it's already on the news. You know what's happening. If I was that scared of it, I wouldn't go outside my house. Because if they're going to pull up on you and throw you in the back of a van, so I wouldn't leave my house. Hell with it. Send mama out. They ain't going to draft mama. Well, they might. They might one day, but right now I ain't going to draft mama. Send mama out. Mama, you got to go pick the eggs up, mama. I can't go. I ain't leave the house. They'll draft me, mama. They'll send me to war, mama. By the way, it's all talk. We pay for 70% of NATO. If we back out of NATO, this shit crumbles, and it crumbles fucking fast. These motherfuckers want to play games. They want to run their mouth. Trump needs to pull out of NATO and watch them squirm. Watch them squirm. See, that's the thing you don't understand. Like, we don't need these motherfuckers. We are the motherfuckers. It's us. 70% of this war machine is us. Their little 30%, We'll be all right. They want us to fight it because they ain't got no military's worth a damn. They've let their military go to shit, and we just kept on rolling. So now they can't do nothing, and they're big. Oh God, okay. Well, then show some fucking respect. Show respect to the motherfucker protecting you. We're supposed to protect you. Well, stop spitting in our face. Very simple. Oh, the they thems are going. They thems are going. Everybody going. Mama gonna end up going if you don't knock it off. Mama gonna go. Oh, you hear Carville? Carville has lost his mind. All these people lost their fucking minds.
What you saw is madness. And I don't mean madness like I'm mad at you, you mad at me, you didn't say this. I'm talking about madness like King George III kind of madness. And it could be a combination of being a fat fucking slob, which of course he is. It could be that
Trump is not that fat. See, the fantasy, the delusions are, hey, I'm telling you. Trump does not look like some big fat obese dude. What is this? What are you talking about? When I think of a fat person, I don't think of like Donald Trump as like a fat person. These people are in such a fantasy about everything. When it comes to Trump, they can't think straight. They can't be honest about nothing. Trump's a big obese. He's obese. I had one dude arguing with me one time. He was like, Trump's obese. And I was like, Trump is not obese, bro. Yeah, he is. He's obese. I'm like, our idea of obese is very different, I guess. Trump is not a bodybuilder, but he's certainly not obese. I wouldn't consider him fat either. He just looks like, he does. I mean, he's 78 years old and he doesn't even look like a fucking 78-year-old man. I certainly wouldn't classify him as fat. Like he's a big fat slob. What is slobby about Donald Trump? He's always in a suit. He's got a hot wife. His hair's always done. Motherfucker put makeup on. What are you talking about? Slob. What's the definition of slob? The person who is lazy and has low standards of cleanliness. That's not Trump. It doesn't even say anything about fat, by the way. Trump is certainly not lazy, and he certainly doesn't seem to have low standards of cleanliness. He looks clean to me. Suit's always clean. When you look at the pictures of his home, Mar-a-Lago and shit, I mean, I'm sure his shit's clean. He's a billionaire. I'm sure there's a maid in there cleaning shit. I'm sure it smells real good and nice in there. The fuck is this guy talking about? Carville sound like he got syphilis.
Can't sleep at night because his beached whale body can't allow the circulation it needs. I don't know. I'm not a sleep specialist or a medical doctor. But I think we should revisit the possibility of a syphilis diagnosis. And I know a lot of people that watch this channel, or some of you, or we get any number.
Do you think Donald Trump cannot get medicine to get rid of the syphilis? Ain't syphilis curable? Ain't like you take a penicillin? I've never had it, so I don't know. Penicillin shot or some shit? For antibiotics or something? There's one of these STDs they give you penicillin for. I don't know which one it is, but I've always heard people get a penicillin shot when they got these things. Yeah, Lazinski was a slob. He was fucking in a tracksuit. The hell?
Number of MDs and professionals that are getting the comments, and some of you just well-informed citizens. But I don't think we can discount the fact that we saw was mad. I'm not going to concede that I'm just asking questions. I'm just making an observation that everyone saw. We know that boy ain't right.
Like he's gone. Complete fantasy. Trump had a meltdown. Trump did not have a meltdown. This motherfucker threatened us. And Trump told him, don't come in here telling us what's gonna happen to us. Don't even start that. Gotten into you. Trump put his ass in his place. Enough's enough. You'll feel it soon. You'll feel it soon. Soon? He didn't even say you'll feel it eventually, maybe down the road. You'll feel it if you let Russia get. He said soon. You're going to feel it soon. That implies it's coming this year. Something you're going to do something. Something going to happen. Better settle down, motherfucker. I wish Trump would have grabbed him by his throat and said, what do you mean soon? I got something for you right here, motherfucker. Grab him by his fucking throat. J.D. Vance destroyed him. God, he was so mad at J.D. Vance. He was so fucking pissed. He couldn't handle it. That's Trump's yes man. That's his T West. It was like Trump was destroying him, but he was harsh, he was blunt, and then JD comes in, he's very well spoken. He comes in like, well, hey, what about Biden? Biden been talking shit, ain't working. That set Lazinski off so much. He couldn't take it because it was like, fuck you. It was such a good point that it was just like, bam, like dropping a bomb right in the room. Bam. Shut the fuck up, dumb fucking nerd. Like he was struggling with Trump. And then JD Vance just comes in and politely just decimates him. And he's like, who the fuck is this? So you got this loud fucking asshole next to you. And then you got JD Vance politely coming in right there at the end. Hey, buddy. You're an idiot. We done tried all that. We tried it your way. It ain't working out. So we're going to try it Trump's way now. You need to quit disrespecting the president. You need to watch your fucking mouth. That's what you need to do. Mike Pence would have never stood up for Trump. And then they want to play a clip of JD Vance talking shit about Trump fucking 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Who gives a fuck? It's like when people, you know what it reminds me of? When my YouTube channel wasn't banned and people would send me that first video I made about Trump and I said he won't be the president. Who gives a shit? It was like 2015, fall of 2015, and people were asking me about Trump running for president. And I was like, who cares? Just a publicity stunt, ain't gonna go nowhere. Because shit like that never goes anywhere. And they send it to you. And you're like, yeah, man, that's what most people thought. Most people thought that same exact thing in 2015. Fuck are you talking about? Who cares? JD Vance fell for some propaganda, and then he caught on, just like everybody else did. Just like everybody else caught on to the bullshit that they say about Trump. Everybody figured it out. Oh, wait a minute. You're a bunch of lying cocksuckers. This guy ain't Adolf Hitler. What the fuck? No, I think Vance will be the guy. I think it'll be Vance. I think it's too hard to put Trump Jr. or something. That's not gonna. I just think that's a bad idea. I think you go with Vance. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna vote Vance. So Trump can put his son up, whatever. I don't want to vote for Donald Trump Jr. I like Donald Trump Jr., but nah, I don't want him to be the president. Sorry, he's not Trump. He's not Donald Trump. Even though that's his name, he ain't Donald Trump. I like Donald Trump Jr. is like a fucking, he's fucking talking shit on a podcast or something. That's great. But President of the United States, why? Because his father is? Kind of shit is that? That doesn't make sense to me. What qualifies Donald Trump Jr. to be the next president of the United States? Because he's Trump's son is not enough. And it's not going to be enough for the voters either. Not everybody's in a MAGA fucking cult. You've got to realize that. Not everybody's in the MAGA cult. They're just going to vote Trump because it's Trump. Trump won the election because he had RFK. He had Elon Musk. He got shot. And he was talking all this shit. He knew what to say. Donald Trump Jr. ain't got the same. He ain't got what his dad has. It just ain't. It ain't the same. So he will not. No. JD Vance is the guy. 100%. Trump is just keeping his options open because he's a smart man and he knows it's too early for all that. Who knows what might happen? Vance might fuck up and make a big mistake, and then it might be like, ugh. Whoa. Vance might completely destroy his political. You don't know what's going to happen. You got 4 long years, so there'll be plenty of time to talk about successors when you get closer to. I mean, they might change the Constitution, and he might run. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen. So Trump's just keeping his options open. Because if he says that, first of all, it puts tremendous pressure on J.D. Vance. It's unneeded. It's a bad idea. It would have been a real bad idea to go, yes, he will be the guy. The media would have used that. It would have just been a joke. It was a smart move to go, no, I don't. There is no successor right now. I'm not even thinking about that. That's the right thing. We shouldn't even be talking about who's the 2028. It's 2025. Jesus Christ. Get a fucking grip. A lot can happen in the next couple of years. There might not even be another election. Who knows what may happen? Who fucking knows? You might be dead. Who knows? I might be dead. Why did he be here? Welcome to life. Could die tomorrow. Who knows? All right, let's read this fucking. Let me see if I got something else in here though. Oh yeah, that Lazinski. Good lord, doesn't deserve to have his name pronounced correctly. Zelensky. No. How about we call him a faggot?
Look at this trend line here. U.S. support for Ukraine is too much. Back when the war began, back in February of 2022, it was just 7%. Up like a rocket ship. My goodness. Up now in February of 2025 to 41%.
So 3 years later, it goes from 7% of people think that the U.S. is supporting Ukraine too much to now 41% of the country thinks we're supporting it too much. Is that how we're supposed to lie about these polls and say, oh, fuck? Of course, that's a pretty big jump. I mean, it does mean something. People's tired of this shit. The liberals took this shit way too far.
And the clear majority of Republicans, and of course Republicans are in charge of the U.S. government now, 62% of Republicans say that the U.S. support for Ukraine is too much. What a difference from just 3 years ago. I can remember, John, all those backyards in the United States with those Ukrainian flags. Far fewer of them today, as Americans' opinions on Ukraine have changed dramatically.
What about opinions of the Ukrainian president?
Right. You know, obviously, if you would expect changes amongst the public on feelings towards Ukraine, feelings towards Zelensky have changed also dramatically. Look at this. Confident Zelensky will do the right thing when it comes to world affairs. Back in 2022, it was the clear majority, 72% through the floor. Through the floor by 2024.
Through the fucking floor.
48% of Americans say that they're confident that Zelensky will do the right thing when it comes to world affairs. And GOP confidence has also plummeted dramatically. Now the clear majority of Republicans are not confident that Zelensky will do the right thing when it comes to world affairs. Really a real trend line, ones you rarely see in the American public when it comes to Ukraine and Zelensky.
It's so funny, too. Liberals tell you Donald Trump ain't qualified to be the president, even though he's already been the president before. But this guy was just a comedian. He was an actor on television. Well, he wasn't a businessman or anything like that. But we're supposed to worship him.
Confidence in both. going down through the ground.
Look, some allies of President Trump have targeted Zelensky with harsh criticism over the last few years, and it could be that that's having some impact here.
Absolutely. The Republican establishment, the Republican electorate has moved as the Republican establishment and Republican leaders have moved on.
All right, let's talk about the idea of a peace deal. And again, the way you ask this matters, but go ahead.
The way you ask it is important, so we can talk about this a little bit. So the poll question essentially is, do you support a Russia-Ukraine negotiated peace deal? The vast majority of Americans, this is what they want. 78% say that they support this idea versus just 16% oppose. Of course, as we were talking about, does this question actually get at what's going on right now? I think you would say that it probably does not necessarily get what's going on right now.
No, the question asked, do you support a Russia-Ukraine negotiated peace deal? Ukraine's not there at the negotiations in Saudi Arabia this week, so the people were not asked this. And I do think, in general, if you ask anyone in any poll, do you support peace, peace tends to rate pretty highly.
Peace tends to win. You rarely get 78% of the country agreeing on anything. They do agree on the idea of a negotiated peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. Whether the majority would agree on a Russia peace deal with Ukraine where Ukraine has nothing to do with it, that might be a different question.
Hard to know. Harriet, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Ukraine has no, oh my God, they have no leverage. There's no reason to include them. Don't you understand? Look, listen. You have to get Vladimir Putin to pull his troops out of Ukraine. You have to get him to stop. The way to do that is not to talk shit to him. That's not going to work. Obviously, that doesn't work. So we're not going to do that. We've got to get this guy to stop. We've got to get a deal. All we need you to do, Linsky, is shut the fuck up and sit down and hush and do what we tell you. And if you do that, it's all going to work out. Give us 50% of your minerals. Now people are so bent out of shape about this, but they ain't thinking about this. If we own 50% of the mineral deposits in Ukraine, then it is now in the American interest to defend Ukraine. Don't you understand this? We have a vested interest in Ukraine. If Putin takes over Ukraine, we lose those minerals. We need those minerals. We signed a deal for those minerals. We want them. So we're not just going to go, oh, no problem. Who gives a fuck? No, we're going to go, whoa. What are we doing? And Putin's going to think twice about invading again because he's going to have to take on America then. America's there. It's not going to, we're not just going to go, go ahead and take them then. That's not how life works. We're not just going to say, go ahead and take it. Trump's not going to say, go ahead and take it. Your bitch ass Democrat might, but not Trump. Trump's not going to sign that. You people crack me the fuck up, the things you believe. You honestly believe that Donald Trump is going to sign this mineral deal and then he's going to let Vladimir Putin just come in and take it? Are you out of your fucking mind? You think Trump wants to look like a punk ass bitch? No, Trump wants to look like, I brought the peace deal. I got us 50% of the minerals. What a victory for America. That's what he wants. It's not a victory if Russia just takes it. Use your brain. Use your fucking brain. Good Lord. I need security guarantee. No, we're not going to provide security for you. We're not. But we're going to protect our minerals. You understand? We're going to protect the minerals. So in a way, we are providing security. In a way, we are. For the minerals. And the fact that we're there getting the minerals and Russia knows that's our shit is going to deter Russia from invading. Do you understand how this works? But we're not going to make security guarantees because that just antagonizes Putin, and we're trying to get Putin to sign the deal and quit because he's the one that started it. We're aware of that, retard. We don't need you to keep saying it. We know that. We're not dumb. We do need you to acknowledge what you did that led up to the invasion, though, because you played a role as well. You kept antagonizing this motherfucker. Why don't you quit antagonizing this motherfucker? Clearly it doesn't work, talking shit and antagonizing him. It doesn't work. So stop. Try stopping. Try it out. Trump knows he can't trust that motherfucker, but Trump knows we're going to get those fucking minerals, and it's going to be a deterrent because we're going to have to be there. We're going to have to protect our minerals. We're going to have some people there to protect the damn minerals. It's our shit. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of shit that we need. It's a lot of resources. We're not just going to let them take it. So, God, but you can't expect a low IQ child to even understand what the fuck I'm saying. Trump gets it. How do we get our money back? We sent all this money over there. We need to get some money back, and we need to be able to make sure that this war ends and it stays ended. So we get the minerals, and that means that America has to be there. It's a deterrent. Genius. Trump's smarter than you dumb motherfuckers. Accept it. Way smarter than all you retards. If I can understand the plan, why can't you? Can't you just see what's happening? Nobody explained this to me. It's just obvious.
Oli Toledo, look at this trend line here. U.S. support.
Oh, it's restarted. We're done with this nerd. Holy moly! Holy moly! He broke the ceasefire before. Yeah, but not when Trump was president. I don't know what to tell you. The Democrats, stop voting Democrats. Stop making weak Democrats our president. We're about to read this, whatever the hell this is. Red Hawk donated for it. What nobody told me about abortion. Notes from an animal mother. What does that mean? She's got a cat. That's probably some liberal shit, huh? Damn, I need a drink. I mean, this is long. Can I get like an AI to read it out loud? Don't they have that now? We can listen. That's too much work. I've been letting pineapples rot lately. What kind of fucking... This is what liberals do. I buy them firm and green, dense with optimism that this week will be different. I imagine bright-eyed mornings and parfaits eaten at my desk while I tap out cheerful emails. Instead, I shuffle, pajama-clad to the kitchen at odd hours to eat handfuls of cereal. Or maybe a banana if I find one. Bitch is hungry. There I see my pineapple. Fruit flies. Oh my God, you nasty bitch. Fruit flies darting around its spiky leaves. She's let that pineapple rot on the counter. Fruit flies are forming. She loves it. While molted brown dots spread through its golden insides. I can't quite remember when I bought it, but I can tell you that my abortion was 7 weeks ago tomorrow. Oh. Whoa, it took a turn. That took a dark turn. Like, hey, ugh, fuck. Why do women do this? I don't even understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. They scar themselves for life, and they're just letting a pineapple rot. Like it's all falling apart. Like it's just falling apart. On the sort of afternoon full of ripe summer fruit, my new boyfriend and I, still flushed with sweat, and limerence with some midday sex. Stared at an ovulation test strip and realized we've misread an earlier test. Uh-oh, I said, lightly amused as 1,000 rom-com moments flashed through my mind. Cue the clueless horror movie protagonist who fails to notice the axe murderer behind the bedroom door, mistaken about the genre of the story unfolding. We listened to music, and I swiveled back and forth in my office chair while narrating ChatGPT's damning answers to my questions about fertile windows and test strip line darkness. What the fuck is going on? My boyfriend kissed me on the cheek each time he walked past. We riffed about games we could play at our abortion party. An abortion party? This is sick. It's a sickness. Our decision calculus was numerical, emotions and afterthought. There is a 1 in 4 chance of conception each month. So deciding not to take Plan B would result in a 25% risk of needing an abortion. Jesus, just have the kid. My God, this is a mess. Plan B costs 50 and an abortion costs 500. Ah. Cost a PlayStation to kill your baby. But with only a 25% chance of conception, the expected value of that option is 125% for $125. Plan B and early stage abortions seem physically pretty similar. Nothing to consider here. If you get pregnant, we both know we're fertile, boyfriend pointed out. True, why would anyone pay for fertility testing with such a thrilling alternative available? This is sick. This is sick. This is sick. They're like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna nut in you. We'll figure it out and just get an abortion. It's sick. Pull out at least. For fuck's sake, pull out. Nah. I'm gonna commit murder. I'm gonna nut in that pussy and commit murder. God damn. Brutal. If you get pregnant, we're both in the end, my sense that failing to take Plan B seemed plainly stupid led us to swing by CVS on our way to an under the sea theme. Yeah, let's spend the 50 if you're so worried about it. My God. Under the sea theme party in San Francisco, I was wearing a black and gold ball gown. He a shimmering jacket that made him look like an undiscovered mirror creature drenched up. What the fuck into the what is going on? Live family planning aisle. Later at the party. Like, get to the point. These bitches be talking. What is that? Any of this? I was wearing a gown. Who gives a fuck? My boyfriend had a jacket on. Cares? Later at the party, I recounted our ill-fated afternoon with punchlines as I pried open the clamshell package and unceremoniously swallowed the Plan B in my friend's cozy kitchen. 9 days later, my breast suspiciously sore. I took a pregnancy test and laid it on the kitchen counter as we opened and closed cabinet doors, making tea and chatting lightly. A faint line, wide-eyed silence. Reality disassembling itself and reassembling into a new shape and just strange to make out just yet. It's just a kid, man. People act like it's the fucking end of life, the end of the world. Good Lord. And if it's no big deal to kill the kid, but then what the fuck is all these posts? You write a goddamn novel about it? Fuck's sake, it don't matter. Talk about it like it ain't nothing. You got a 25%. I did the math on this. Put a condom on if it's that damn serious. There's just too many options to be typing all this crying. Maybe she's not crying. Maybe the end of it's going to be like, I fucking did it and I'm fucking proud of it. Fuck that baby. Fuck that dumbass baby. Like, damn, all right, bitch. Shit. You fucking going off. I've known since before it was mine that I would not keep it. My life was still packed haphazardly into U-Haul boxes. My relationship a mere handful of weeks older than the baby. I quit my job just a week prior. I have wanted to be a mother since I myself was a child. Well, what's the problem here? But yearning had no place in a decision like this. Oh, we gotta be responsible. We gotta fucking. I mean, what even is responsible? You know what's responsible? Let me tell you what's responsible. Having the kid. That's the responsible thing to do. Like having the fucking kid, manning up and dealing with it like a man, like a woman. These people always want to act like I did the responsible thing. No, you didn't. You did the selfish thing, really. You did the easy thing. That's a lot easier than raising a kid. Hell yeah, it's easier. I'd quit my job a week. Oh, okay. After all, what claim do we as humans have to superiority if not the ability to make decisions based on something more than impulse? I knew what I had to do. Ignoring the mounting hum of my instinctual self, I walked across Berkeley on a chilly August evening to pick up abortion pills from the sort of friend who people think of when they say they know a guy. I originally planned to take the pill Sunday, but this was all proving to be more difficult than I expected. And so I moved my plan forward by 3 days to Thursday instead. Soon this would all be over. It's going to be over. But it's not over. You've scarred yourself for life. You're a different person. I mean, you got to be a real fucked up individual to have the kid and then resent the kid and hate the kid. There's something wrong with you then. You real fucked up in the head. You might as well go check yourself in a mental institution. That don't even make sense. Which is why abortion doesn't make sense, especially when you have kids, because it's like, oh, it's just another one, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna hate it, so I mean, whatever. Well, it's more responsibility. Oh, I gotta pay this. I gotta welcome to life. Welcome to life. Hell, I've done it so many times. Hell, it didn't even phase. I don't. People get so phased by all this. Quite frankly, it didn't phase me when I had the first kid. It really didn't. I didn't really get that. I wasn't panicking about it. I was just like, I gotta work and pay. You know what the fuck? Welcome to life. Fuck. I mean, what's up? It was a big mystery. Oh my god, where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? Oh! Man up. So I don't understand the panic. I don't understand the pussified shit. Just be a fucking man. Good God. What happened to being a man? What happened to being a woman? Proud, strong, independent woman. What happened to this? I spent the day in bed watching parts of myself waging a silent war. My rational mind was a distant god who already knew the outcome her hand would choose, but let a brutal battle play out all the same. I curled into a tight, still ball, images raging inside me. One part of myself appeared pregnant, what the fuck? While another, wild and vicious, attacked her relentlessly, stabbing again and again with a small, merciless blade. Another image, a desperate version of me, overwhelmed and frantic, hurled herself against an invisible wall, pounding her fist, her screams muffled behind the glass. The ruthless god was unmoved. The devil had made the decision and wasn't being swayed. Kill this baby. That's your conscience trying to say, hey, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Just have the kids. A bad idea. It's a terrible idea. Just so we can save money, this is terrible. You're gonna give yourself lifelong trauma so you can save some money? Think about this. This is madness. It really is madness. It's insane. It's insane. After a bout of crying, people value money too goddamn much and their free time too goddamn much. They're just like, yeah, I'll just have lifelong drama. Fuck it. I want to go out on the weekends. I'll have lifelong drama. After a bout of crying, my boyfriend and I fucked intensely. Jesus. What the? The raw act, raw and newly sublime. Afterward, I lay beside him and bask in the sense that for just this brief moment, we were a small family. Good fucking God, this bitch is demented in the head. The baby was acutely real to me. and the joy of its existence was like awakening with an epiphany of a long-sought solution to a complex equation. Oh yeah, you finally realize what you're meant to do in life. Be a mother. And instead of telling your boyfriend to man the fuck up. I mean, her boyfriend's probably a fucking dork. Probably ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. Probably don't even have a job. Get a job. The absolute order of the universe suddenly felt vividly clear. The trees outside the window appeared crisp and bright, and the impeccable biological machinery humming within them unmistakable. The stars had made all of this, had spent an eternity burning bits into existence, which had then assembled themselves into the shapes of this bedroom, of our bodies. My breasts were swollen, my belly suddenly alive, a trillion generations removed from my primordial soup. The imperative of life was dividing and multiplying within me. Jesus. I had thought I'd known something small about what it meant to be a mother in my years working as a nanny. I'd patiently let toddlers wipe their snot on my shirt sleeves, felt a deep peace when they napped on my chest, sweaty curls sticking to their foreheads. These were experiences with connection and care and selflessness, but this was distant. Motherhood was a new realm of love entirely. It seems like she's into it, but nah. But nah. I'll give myself lifelong trauma. I want to go out on the weekend, have a couple of drinks. Oh my God. I just want to party. I just want to live my life. I want to go to school and get a degree. And I'm like, a useless degree that means nothing because the AI is going to take over anyway. Who cares? You're going to be working at Arby's. You fucking retard. All you're going to have is the children. That's all you're going to have. Don't you understand? All you're going to have. It's all you're going to have. It's the only thing that's going to make you happy, the children. Not the faggot video game, not the movie, not any of this shit, none of the drugs, none of that shit. The alcohol, it's the kids that's going to make you happy in the end. You're not going to have any. You killed them all. You're going to be alone in an empty house crying. That boyfriend be long gone. Be long gone. It was as though I had been play acting love up to this point, smashing my body against the edges of other people, using clumsy language to make small points of contact with inscrutable minds. This new connection was absolute, the possible points of contact limitless. My child lived inside of me. Every facet of its being is known to me as the contours of my own hand, but infinitely more lovely. To caress its small shape was ecstasy. And just, I mean, this is insane. It's gonna throw it off a cliff again. For years, I had seen hints of this great sea of connection, and finally, I was standing at its edge, letting its balmy waters lap at my feet. The very core of my being vibrated with the desire to submerge myself. I can imagine a parent reading this, scoffing at the suggestion that my week spent gestating a little lizard-like embryo could amount to even a shadow of what they've experienced, wishing to tell me that parenthood is much more than what I could possibly imagine. My answer, I believe you. My question, can you imagine standing on the bank of this sacred sea and then walking away? No, because I'm not a retard who gives myself lifelong trauma. I don't do that to myself. It's easy to go to work. You got to anyway. And what if you don't spend your money on your kids? What are you going to spend it on? Other fucking people? Your dumbass self buy stupid shit? I mean, what the fuck's the point? Now I give myself lifelong trauma. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll think about this for the rest of my life, and I'll just feel like a piece of shit and a loser. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. But I'll save some money. Have some more money in my pocket. Yay. What a bunch of retard shit. Nobody talks about the hell that is what the fuck does that word mean? That's a drug. Misoprostol, the abortion pill. I suspect that in its politicization, no one wants to mention that the drug in question is a sledgehammer on its quest to destroy the fetus. It obliterates the mother. On a Thursday afternoon, I unceremoniously took the first of 3 doses, 4 little white pills shoved into my vagina as far up as I could wedge them. Oh my God. Fuck! Tiny bombs placed quietly inside the cradle where the unsuspecting baby slept. Madness! Madness! I waited, fever rising for the bleeding that should have started over an hour or two. The second dose came and went. My dose 3, I could barely move. I took the stairs one at a time, weakly gripping the railing, my joints aching with each step. The inside of my mouth painfully raw. Curled in bed, I whispered for more and more blankets, shivering and only dimly aware of my boyfriend there beside me, searching the internet for answers about my racing heart and shallow, rapid breathing. The answers to man up. The answers to man up and say no. 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 But he was probably cheering her on, like, yeah, go get it. Go get it. Go get it. No, the answer is to say, hell no, I don't support this shit. I don't support this shit at all. Fuck. Hell's this? Now your girl's all fucked up, crawling up the stairs. You can't fucking walk. Blood's coming out. She fucking. You're like, God damn, she's gonna die. What the fuck? In the morning, I felt drained, but the fever and pain were gone. The large maxi pad, which the internet warned I may soak through as often as once per hour, was entirely dry. The thing about probability distribution in that, like my indomitable fetus at this development stage, they have tails. Misoprostol is an abortion protocol, is 85% effective. As a 24-hour time point neared, I felt not even the slightest cramping. It became clear that I was among the unlucky 15% of women for whom a second attempt would be necessary. Good God. Do you ever say, wow, a miracle? Do you ever say, wow, this baby's meant to live. This is a miracle. I took this shit and it didn't kill this motherfucker. This could be the greatest baby ever, the greatest human ever in me. This is a strong motherfucker right here. I take it as a sign. This is a strong son of a bitch. And it may be hard being a single mother, raising the kid. I'm sure it is. But that kid may grow up to be fucking Britney Spears, and then you can steal all her money and put her in a convert. You know what I'm saying? You can steal all the money. Take all her money. Your kid have a bunch of money. And they'll buy you stuff. You see, you won't have to work anymore. But you killed that kid. Now that kid's gone. You could have killed the next Michael Jordan. You don't know. You don't know what you could have had. This is one strong ass baby that survived the abortion pill and said, "Hey, bitch, that's all you got." In taking the first dose of pills, I started down an inescapable path and had no choice but to march to its end. As a friend would later say, the correct number of abortions, either 0 or as many as it takes. In the end, it would take 4. Jesus. Fuck. Ah! Ah! What the? I repeated the 3-dose protocol on Friday afternoon and once again descended into a quivering, feverish state, my frustration and desperation mounting as again. I did not bleed. I jokingly polled my friends about this is how insane women are. This is how insane women are, where they literally want to bleed. They get excited about bleeding. I want to bleed. I want to bleed. Oh my God, why am I not bleeding? It's like insane, bro. This is awful shit. It's terrible shit. I don't care if you support abortion or not. This is fucked. The fact that women do this themselves, the fact that this is a thing. Just have that kid, man. Fuck's sake, have the kid. I'd work 3 jobs before I support some shit like this and tell somebody to do some shit like this. Get another job, for fuck's sake. This is nuts. I jokingly polled my friends about abortion options. Should I try a coat hanger next or perhaps a tumble down the stairs? Even my most unorthodox friends urged me to go to a doctor, so I begrudgingly called Planned Parenthood. The next day, sunny Saturday, I walked past a lone protester on a steep San Francisco sidewalk. Oh, that explains a lot. Please don't kill your baby, she called after me half-heartedly. Desperation welled inside of me. I wanted to grip her bony shoulders to look her in the eyes and ask her what she would have me do with this broken, beautiful thing inside of me that had survived 6 doses of poison and was now fated to die. Well, yeah, now it's too late. You fucked the kid up. You fucked it up. What if you did go through and it came out though, the baddest motherfucker ever to live? What a story to tell when you're like 30. My mother gave me 6 doses of poison, tried to kill me. I'm still here, motherfucker. I'm still fucking here. Fuck that bitch though. You gotta hate your mom after that though. It's actually insane that women have the baby inside them. They feel all this joy and happiness. And instead of just enjoying it, they go, nah, lifelong trauma instead. Fuck it. It is weird. It don't even make sense. I can't wrap my head around it. Why? Doesn't make sense. You read all that and then you get here and you're like, why? I thought you was happy. You was having a great time. Life was feeling great. The sun was shining on your face and shit. What happened? What the fuck happened? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Money, a career, I don't understand. Especially when it's like I always wanted to be a mother. Was what I always wanted to be. Well, here you are. Like a doubt, like the boyfriend doesn't have a job or what? I don't understand. Like I just don't understand. I don't get it. You want to party? I don't understand. You could get a babysitter. You know what I mean? You can still go out and do things. I just don't get it. It's insane. It's fucking nuts. More abortion pills, more waiting, more shivering in a ball, feverish torment, still no blood. The memories of the surgical D&C procedure 4 days later come to me in fragments that feel sharp in my chest. I remember a cold wand pushed inside me, searching for a smudge of evidence of a baby. And then a room with a chair and an iPad video that smoothly warned of hysterectomy risks. Finally, a room that smelled of chemicals where I sat on a crisp paper and stared at a tray sewn with ominous medical instruments. Panic. I mean, this is what women do. This is insane. What is so bad about being a mother that is worth all this? This sounds like a horror movie. It sounds like these bitches put themselves through a horror movie. It's a horror movie. It's a personal horror movie. And I could understand, and maybe I could understand if she had sex with some random guy, she got pregnant. Guy's a clown. This guy, she can't stand the guy. What the fuck? She was drunk. Whatever. But this is her boyfriend. I just don't understand. You're dating the guy. Why are you even dating this guy? By the way, how do you keep dating the guy? You know what I mean? How do you keep dating the guy if you think about it? Because you don't trust him you know what I mean? You don't trust him to provide for the kid. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Why? Here, my memory becomes strange. Like trying to remember the faulty logic of a dream. I was frozen on the table, paralyzed despite my desperate urge to get up and run out of the clinic. Suddenly, it felt like the nurses and my doting boyfriend were closing in on me. And like a trapped animal, I became angry, ready to snarl at anyone who might block my escape. This bitch lost her mind. Through this, I did not move. Tears gathered in my eyes at the inevitability of the situation, at my overwhelming helplessness. I presented my arms to the pretty young nurse who would administer the fentanyl and sedatives. Jesus Christ, you getting hit up over that fat. You get a load of that fat. This saying, hey, baby, we know it's been a rough couple of weeks. Here's some fent. Here's some fentanyl. This shit'll knock you right on out. And you won't care about nothing here in a minute when we hit you with this fentanyl. I lay down and spread my legs for a kind of practitioner there to vacuum out my stubborn baby. Jesus Christ, you sick bitch. What's a mother to do in a moment like this? but carry her child gently to the executioners. This is sick shit. This is sick fucking shit. I don't care if you get offended. This is sick shit. This is awful. Lights dimmed, drugs tugged at my limbs, and time became as slippery as the doctor. Christ pried at me with a long metal rod to widen my cervix, she explained as I flinched. The trapped animal howled. All of this is insane. Just to save some money, just to have some more time. I don't understand. Good God Almighty. Woo! I'm just having the kid and going to work. I'm sorry. Ain't no way I'm having a metal rod shoved up my ass and stretched. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ain't no way. If men had to get the abortions, we just have the kid. Ain't no way. I ain't doing all this. I'm not living with the guilt of it. I'm not, none of it. I'm just getting up and going to work. Real fucking simple. I'm just going to buy diapers, okay? I'm just going to buy diapers and go, God damn, these diapers are expensive. That's what I'm going to do. Women are like, nah, lifelong trauma. I'll take some lifelong trauma. At some point, the nurses left and reported upon their return with some excitement that they thought they'd spotted my speck of a baby under the microscope. Did you see its tail? I asked groggily. My sweet lizard baby with its little tail. I hoped someone had gotten a glimpse. This bitch is sick in the head. No, the doctor replied with a startled, amused tone, disappointed. Can I keep it? I asked. They exchanged sideways looks, and after a moment, one of them said, the state of California mandates that we send it to a funeral home. She wanted to take that motherfucking dead baby home. Why not? You could have kept it. A little too late. That's what I'd have said. That's what I'd have said. I said, a little too late for keeping it, huh? Think you're pretty far away from keeping it. She talking about putting in a little jar. She talking about putting in a little fucking jar, bro. Putting it on the mantle. And when she has another kid, she'll say, that's your little brother right there on the mantle. I killed him. What happened to him, Mommy? I killed him. I killed him. That's something you bury deep inside and never talk about again, honestly. That's insane. Keep it. But it's mine, I said in disbelief. I'd come there and traded hundreds of dollars for the service of baby removal, and I wanted now to take that baby and be on my way. Sick bitch. We agree with you, she replied gently, but unfortunately we have to follow the law. Another wave of helplessness, resignation. I've been joking for days about where I would be at the moment the baby actually died, teasing friends that it might forever haunt their houses. This final location, this bitch is demented. The final location turned out to be a small brick clinic in a strip mall in Fairfield, California. I walked slowly out into the white afternoon sunlight, leaving my baby behind. What? What? I recently had she left the baby in the strip mall parking lot? She just threw it on. She throw it on the ground? The baby fell out of my vagina. I tossed it in the trash bin at the mall and took my ass home. Went and got some Arby's. Bitch, you're sick. You sick bitch. I recently had coffee with a friend who became very still when I mentioned my abortion. Tears sprung to her eyes as she told me that she'd once had an abortion too. And although it was 7 years ago, and although she had never wanted the baby, never even wanted to be a mother, it still makes her cry every time she remembers it. Lifelong trauma. She'd taken the abortion pills, and 2 days later, in a grudging dive bar bathroom with music thumbing through the door, she found her clotted baby in a bloody pad. Good Lord. I knew I had to eat it. Whoa! 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 She told me, and then as though suddenly realizing that this might sound absurd, she tried to explain. I mean, I couldn't just leave it in that dirty bathroom. It was my baby. What was I gonna do? Throw it in the trash? Jesus. Oh my God. Woo. I wasn't ready for that. I stopped her, shaking my head. No, it makes perfect sense to me. It really does. Of course you had to eat it. It was your baby. Is this some bullshit? Am I controlled? This ain't real. They ain't fucking with me now. This ain't no. No, bitch did not eat the aborted baby in the bath. Jesus. No. This did not happen. Y'all fucking with me. You sending me some bullshit. What is this? Whose account is this? Whose account is this? What in the world? Man, I don't know about this. The maternal logic of this was unassailable. Anyone who has been a mother for any stretch of time would not question such a primordial urge. The animal mother knows what to do, and your judgments are not what carried evolution billions of years to this moment. Eat it? So what did you do? I asked her. I ate it, she said, wide-eyed. I was not permitted to eat my baby, nor bring it home in a little vial to bury it or put it on the mantle. Crazy bitch. Or expect it under a microscope for a tale. Perhaps if I had been the cataclysmic crash of hormones that awaited me would have taken a gentler shape. Instead, in the days that followed, I began to experience borderline psychotic episodes. See, none of this was worth it. 3 hours, these long hour periods would begin with a vague sense of unease and build until the world around me became twisted and surreal like a haunted house. Sometimes anger at my boyfriend when it explicably swell inside of me, sharp and I need a drink. Distancing me from the one person who might understand my pain. Often I was consumed with let me tell you something, he can't understand it. Ain't no man understand this. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't get it. I don't get why you do it to yourself, and I'll never understand it. So, no, your boyfriend, I promise you, cannot understand. He cannot understand. First of all, if he pushed it on her, he don't give a shit anyway. He don't care. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about her. He don't give a fuck about nothing. He just didn't want to take care of the kid. So fuck it, have lifelong trauma and fuck yourself up and poison yourself and all this. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. I don't want to deal with it. And if he was telling her not to get it, then he certainly can't understand what the fuck. Often I was consumed with an urgent need to go find my missing baby. It's dead. It's dead. You killed your baby. My thoughts would enter obsessive, frenzied spirals about this desire, running through the sequence of events that had led me to my baby's departure from the womb where it clearly belonged. My memories of the DNC churn with an ominous bent. The kindness of the nurses suddenly felt coercive, like they had conspired to place me under a spell so that they could use this strange and powerful device to remove a precious internal part of me. Well, you had poisoned it 6 fucking times apparently, so it was fucked up anyway. At that point, it needed to go because you fucked it up bad. You fucked it up bad. You fed it abortion pill. Jesus Christ, it's terrible what you did to it. So at that point, good Lord, put out of his misery. You're gonna have what? Are you gonna give birth to a poisoned, fucked up baby that you fucked up? Good Lord, sick, sick. And people type this shit out and tell the world about what they did. This is some shit I buried deep inside. No one ever get. You couldn't get at this shit out of me. Are you insane? That's the worst part about it. Not that she did it, but the fact that she's so just like, yeah, I'll tell everybody about it. No big deal. Hey, I killed my baby. Huh. hey, I really liked it. And then I went, nah, killed it. Crazy, huh? Thought I'd tell you about it. Insane. If you're going to do this, at least have the sense not to tell anybody. Just keep it to yourself. Okay? Keep the pain to yourself. Hold it inside, deep inside. Because you did it to yourself the other day. My thoughts went into obsessive, frenzied spirals about this desire running through the sequence. Oh, wait. I read this part. I was frantic at the realization I had made some mistake that had led to my baby going missing and would pore over my memories trying to understand how this could happen. Invariably, I would find the image of sliding 500 to the receptionist, of signing the execution papers. At this, a void in my stomach, I howl. My baby was dead, and I had been the one to do it. With the encouragement of friends, I planned a ritual at Burning Man to assuage my grief. Oh, Lord. That's why you killed your baby, so you go to fucking Burning Man, stay in the fucking desert, and they burn him. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? You motherfuckers are retarded. Ain't no way. I wouldn't even go into the. I wouldn't. It doesn't even make sense. You couldn't get me to go to Burning Man. You want me to go out in the desert? We're gonna go party in the desert. I'll party at my house where there's heat, there's air conditioning. We're out of the elements. All my shit's here. I'm not going to the fucking. I'm old. I'm not going to the desert. Okay. I don't want to go to your faggot house, much less the fucking desert. I want to go home. Is what I want to do. Sorry. What is so great about standing out in the fucking desert and watching something on burn? Actually, it'd probably be cool to watch some big giant thing burn, but apart from that, the rest of that shit, I don't want to spend all day in the fucking desert hanging out in the desert. Ain't you got better shit to do? We're all hanging out in the desert doing drugs. The fuck? Go home and do drugs. Sounds nicer to do it at home. Lay down in the bed. I gathered the only evidence I could find that my baby had ever existed. Pregnancy test dug out of the trash and a blood test result indicating a successful abortion. Crying, I stapled these to the wooden lactic work of the temple, where 6 days later would burn alongside thousands of other mementos of grief. As the week progressed, now she's gonna burn this fucking thing, and then she's gonna be like, "Oh man, I shouldn't have done that." As the week progressed, I alternated between days of normalcy, during which I biked across the playa in colorful costumes to climb art structures and dance until the sunrise. This is what she wanted to do. Instead of being a mother, instead of being a fucking mother, she wanted to go out and climb little structures and dance in the sun. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Dance in the sun. Will you grow up and go get a job? Jesus fucking Christ. Unbelievable. Turned the desert golden white in terrible days when the incessant thumping bass closed tightly in on me. Jesus. Oh, she's still at Burning Man. She in the tent. I gotta take a piss. How much longer we got? I mean, this is a fucking tale. On these days, the temple took an unsettling magnetism. I felt strangely fearful to return, yet consumed with an obsessive sense that I needed to race back to the monolithic structure to find my missing baby and carry it away in some secret place. I understood that this made no sense, but there was something intensely alluring about letting my thoughts slide further down these threads of psychosis, like scratching at a shredding rash. Resistance was painful, and just on the other side of reason was a land of delusion in which anything I could desire could be mine. In this other world, my baby was not dead, but whether caught in a complicated ritual at a puzzle that I would solve. Bitch, get it. God damn you, psychotic bitch. That I would solve if only I could focus hard enough to make a plan. The pieces were murky, but involved the plan. I mean, really? People are doing this? People are really doing this, but involved the Planned Parenthood nurses and now the Burning Man temple. I could feel that I was getting closer than ever to solving it. At least now my baby was here in a known location. I just needed to figure out how to find it in the temple before incinerated in mere days. I got pissed. Ugh. Been sitting too long. I got too old. Phil. Get out of here. When does it end? On the primitive night of Burning Man, I gave into the mounting pull of the temple and left the. God, what in the fuck of art cars? And I mean, some of these words, who the fuck ever heard of that? And my concerned boyfriend behind at the man burn to bike through a dust storm alone. Like, I'm getting tired of talk. Like, God damn, bitch, wrap it up. Wrap it up, bitch. Wrap it up, man. Let's get to the finish line here. Good Lord, you yapping away. I know your fingers hurt typing all this. The bike through a dust storm alone to the temple, I wove through the crowd, searching for the tiny effigy, eventually collapsing in a devastation upon finding it. It was the paper. It was paper. Delusions be damned, there was no baby waiting here for me. Well, no shit, you killed it. The fucking supermarket, the strip mall fell out in the fucking threw in the trash. You told us about it. Told us all about it. Following morning, I awoke with a renewed drive to return to the temple to try one more time to find my baby before it burned. I arrived as the heat of the day was rising. This bitch is in the desert, out on drugs, losing her fucking mind. Rising only to find the structure cordoned off with the cones and caution tape. Helmeted construction workers moving. They said, bitch, back up. Back up, bitch, it's over. I was too late. Just as with the DNC, the momentum towards an inevitable end was too great. In mere hours, they would burn the temple, and with it, my last thread of deluded hope that I could ever solve this nightmare puzzle I'd created. I sank to the ground beside my bike, head in my hands. I was a failed mother. There would be no redemption here. That night I searched. I watched the temple burn, clouds of glowing red dirt dust, intermittently observing the skeletal blaze. I let my mind flip to the scenes of grief. The temple became my womb, destruction tearing through it. Then it morphed into my baby's tiny body, disintegrating before me as the temple finally collapsed. A great wave of fatigue overcame me, and I laid down, closing my eyes, and felt still and attached. I had not understood that I'd felt an ever present tether to my baby until the tie was severed. Before I was a mother, I was a woman who belonged entirely to herself. I finally understood then that my baby was gone and that I was once again alone. Baby been gone for a while. You're just delusional in the desert. You're high, you're on drugs. Last year, a woman named Lindsay Clacy strangled her 3 children and then jumped out a window and attempted suicide. Jesus. Ah! She had been in treatment for postpartum depression for months and had sent her husband out on an errand before carrying out the plan. She awaits trial. Like, why? People are out of their fucking minds. What the fuck? Who does this? Who strangles their children? Psychotic bitch. She awaits trial for 3 counts of murder. Community members recall her as a devoted mother and a gifted, caring nurse. This is, you know what I mean? These people that are too good, like they seem like the perfect mothers, those are the ones that end up killing their kids. So if you don't want to be a perfect mother, that's not what you want to be. Fuck, you might end up. I mean, god damn. She was so devoted to her kids. Oh well, yeah. She killed her kids. She strangled them all. Very not very devoted. It turns out that while full-blown postpartum psychosis is rare, subclinical psychotic thoughts are common, affecting 15 to 30% of women who give birth and less commonly following abortion and miscarriage. Critically, people experiencing these thoughts retain insight into the fact that their thoughts are distorted, though such knowledge does not immunize them to suffering. A friend recently messaged me. You were either lucky or wise in somehow securing your delusions about your baby to the temple, which was planned to be burned. She was telling people about this shit. Like, what if you had decided your baby was in the Empire State Building or something? In many ways. What is that noise? In many ways, luck is all that separates me from Lindsay Clacy. My delusional thoughts centered on rescuing my baby, but just as easily could have coalesced around harming nurses or loved ones. For reasons unknown to me, I kept one foot firmly in reality, but I can imagine what it might feel like to follow a thread of psychosis so far that I could no longer find anything else to grab onto. Perhaps in that case, I'd be writing this from a jail cell. It's strange to me that given the prevalence of postpartum depression and abortion, I haven't heard anyone talk openly about either. My concept of abortion was shaped instead through divisive political narratives, which leave me feeling trapped between absolutes and how I'm allowed to talk about it, forced to hedge every statement. Of course, abortion should remain legal, but it turns out there's something pretty compelling happening at the moment of conception. No, not compelling, of course, that we should force women to become walking incubators. No, never mind. I know it was an embryo, not a baby. Yes, of course, rape in the mother's life, and what about teen pregnancy and coat hangers and never going back and feminism? Nuance is a casualty of politicization. No, all you bitches have lost your minds, and you need to find your way. You need to find your way. This shit's out of control. Anti-abortion activists are correct that abortion is terrible, but they are wrong about the frame. Abortion does not exist in the domain of pointed fingers and defendants, but rather that of cancer and wildfires. No, 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 nope. Sorry. In a better world, abortion would not happen, not because it would be criminalized, because it would be unnecessary. It's always unnecessary. Well, maybe not always. Maybe there are times. But most of the time, it's unnecessary. In this case, and what I just read here, completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Literally, her boyfriend's baby. She did it anyway. Completely unnecessary. What's necessary about this? Why did you have to kill your baby? Have you ever thought about that? Why did you have to do it? I bet a lot of thought didn't go into why you just had to do it. Just had to be done. It has to be done. Oh my God. Because I can't afford it or I can't do that. Man, come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. No person should find themselves performing the grim arithmetic of an axe hanging between two lives. My grief has settled into a shape small. Hey, wrap it up, wrap it up. My grief has settled into a shape small enough to carry around the world. It goes out with me to dinner. Seems to like it when we take evening walks. She thinks about this every fucking day. It weighs on her, and it will for the rest of her life. That is why abortion should be banned. That is why you should not be allowed to get one. You should not be allowed to get pills. And you should just have to suck it up and have the kid. Because that's better than this shit. And all these people that get them lie to themselves and play pretend that, oh, it's all good and I made the right decision. But deep down, they're fucking guilty as fuck. They feel awful, and they'll feel awful for the rest of their life about it. And if you feel awful about something, it means it was the wrong thing to do, retard fuck. It means it was a bad idea. You made a mistake. You don't ever feel like shit about the positive things. You did a negative thing to yourself, and you're trying to spin it into some positive, and there is no spinning it into a positive. It was a dumbass decision. Simple. Do what you want, but quit BSing about it. Do what you want. You want to carry around this shit for the rest of your life? Go right ahead. I'm good. He goes out with me to dinner. She can't go eat without thinking about it. She's at the Wendy's thinking about it. It seems to like it when we take eat. She's walking around outside thinking about it. Sometimes when I know it will cause too much trouble, I take it out and marvel at it. It's heavier than it looks, but the weight of it on my chest enough to knock the breath out of me if I'm not prepared. Many nights my grief unfurls and wraps its long. She's every night crying. Every night crying. I wake sweating and tangled in my blankets, planets still bright in the sky. Soon enough it will learn to sleep through the night. No, it won't. No, it won't. You're gonna be feeling this for the rest of your fucking life. That's what they don't tell women. That's that, and that's what should be told. That you're doing serious damage to yourself on a psychological level, and it's gonna fucking scar you for life. It's not worth it. You got to stop fear mongering about having a kid like it's some fucking scary shit. It's not. It's not. Just grow up. Grow up. Good God, quit panicking about having a kid. Everybody's panicking. I had a kid at 19. I didn't panic once about it. I just accepted it. Because, I mean, you're fucking nutting in a girl. What do you think's going to happen? Grow up. People doing this shit, and then things happen, and then just they're shocked. Oh my God, it's shocking. It's not shocking, though. It's not shocking at all. Don't you understand? None of it's shocking. If you're nutting in a girl and she gets pregnant, it's literally not shocking at all. I would not be shocked at all. I'd say, oh yeah, of course. Of course. I often have the thought that this is plainly the saddest thing that has ever happened. I was a mother, and now I am not. I love my baby, and now it is gone. That ain't love. I gazed upon a landscape so lush that the world now appears utterly colorless. I took one bite of a sacred fruit and then turned around and cut the whole tree down. Had I kept my baby, I'd be nearly through the first trimester. Inside of me, its delicate hummingbird heart would be fluttering incessantly while I brushed my teeth and placed just ripe avocados in my shopping cart, stood at the window watching cool fall grow. Yeah, you'd be living a totally different life. You'd be happy. You wouldn't be sitting around going, "Oh, kill my baby." That's all day long in your head. You killed the baby. You killed that baby. You killed that baby. You killed that baby. You piece of shit. Killed that baby. You killed that fucking baby, you awful piece of shit. That's what you're thinking about all day. Why do that to yourself? Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. And anytime I read women talk about it, you can tell they regret it. And they'll never say it outright. I don't think a lot of them want to say it outright because they're such stubborn bitches. These women, for whatever reason, just gotta fucking they just can't admit they're wrong. Just, oh, you're wrong about this. You made a mistake. You made a mistake. But then they write all this shit and you read it and you go, yeah, this bitch regrets it. If she could flip a magical switch, she'd take it back. But she can't. So she has to cope with, well, I wasn't ready to be a mom anyway. I couldn't handle it. That's all bullshit. That's all cope. That's all that is. I'd respect women more if they do if they just be honest, like, yeah, that God. What was I thinking? What was going through my head? But no, stubborn to the end. Fuck that baby. I don't even care. I have my career, my career. She still ain't explained why she had to get the abortion. What was so important? Going to Burning Man? What if that's really what it was? What if that's really what it was? Like, she was like, I got tickets to Burning Man. I can't be pregnant. What the fuck? I have got to get this abortion before Burning Man. I bet that was a big deal for her. Like, she was going around telling her friends, like, I have got to get this baby out of me before. Fuck it. I bet you if you really know her and you have seen some of the ways she's talked about I mean, some of the things she said in this article is kind of fucked up. I bet it's kind of hard to feel sorry for her because the way she's probably, I mean, she was talking about how she was joking with her friends about killing the baby. It's what is so funny about all that? What are we joking about here? You're gonna kill your baby. This seems very serious. I don't see what's so funny about it. And now she can't even see color anymore. Well, real funny. Can't even see. Okay, that's kind of funny. You can't even see color. Everything's so colorless now. It would grow fingers and toes and a brain that would one day become a mind. I'd be scrambling to build a light that could hold a whole other person, watching entire realms of possibility fall off the map. Oh, all these possibilities of what? Becoming a doctor, whatever the fuck? Who gives a shit? I thought you always wanted to be a mother. What the hell? What other realms of possibility could there be? Oh, Burning Man. Oh, fucking Burning Man. I killed my baby and then you know what I did? I went to the desert. I went out in the desert and watched a big piece of wood burn. Oh, well. Oh, fun. That sounds really fun. Not. That sounds stupid. Actually, watching some big giant fucking twig shit burn actually does sound cool. But that's the only thing I want to say. I don't want to be out there for days waiting to. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. I'll come in, see it burn, and I'll leave. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, we're here for the fire. I'll come there about an hour before the fire start. See what's going on, and I'll leave right after the fire's out. Yeah, I just came for the fire. That's it. Some dude will be like, you gotta come a few days before. Oh my god, man. Nah. I'll be here for the fire. That's all I want to see. I ain't trying to fucking camp out in the desert like a fucking faggot. I'm gonna be at home. I'll never quite understand regret. Should the butterfly regret a flap of its wings upon the learning of a resulting tornado? Still, what is that? Still, as the shadow of loss looms over my days, I have started to think I probably would have been happier in this alternative timeline in which my grief would be balanced by purpose. Whether this will feel true 5 years from now is harder to say. Perhaps one should wait to see what is built from the tornado's wreckage before declaring regret. I'll find myself trying to calculate this likelihood. Well, maybe I'll become like a doctor or something, a lawyer. I'll have a sense of purpose. Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. You said you always wanted to be a mother. You always wanted to be a mother. Maybe that's your purpose. Maybe your purpose was to have his baby and raise his child. You know, you're a woman after all. Oh, what a concept. You're going to raise a child. Huh. Like women have been doing for centuries. I love these modern women who think they're above it all. They're above all these women who if we could build a time machine and bring the women from back in the day into the current time, they'd beat the fuck out of you dumb bitches. They'd be slapping you dumb bitches around. They'd be appalled by your behavior. In so many ways, these women would look down on you. And they'd take your men too. They'd take every single man on this planet. You would not have a man. Your man would be taken from you by superior women from another time who ain't a bunch of fucking pussy bitches. You would not be able to handle it. So all this female empowerment, women have become better. No, women are becoming worse. Women from 100 years ago would be ashamed of you women today. They could not relate to you, and they would be very ashamed of the way you act. And they would not associate with you. That's the funny part about all this. Oh, female progress, and we're making so much progress. No, you're not. You're actually not. Women, if you took a woman from 100 years ago and brought her into our time and said, "Do you feel like women have made progress?" I promise you, she would say no. She would say, "What the fuck is going on? What is happening here?" The way women dress, the way they act, all these things would be a turnoff to women from 100 years ago, 50 years ago. It's just the reality of it. Well, I guess we're at the end of it here. And it's like, you want to feel sorry for her, but at the same time, this is a self-inflicted wound. You did this to yourself. Why did you do this to yourself? Why? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm smart enough to know if you kill your baby, you're gonna feel regret. You're gonna feel like shit. So why would you? I don't understand it. I don't get it. And notice all that bullshit. It's an embryo. It's a fetus. That doesn't actually matter when you're dealing in real life. When you're in the real life moment and you're getting the abortion, it's real. It's a baby. It's not a fucking fetus. It's not a goddamn embryo. It's a baby. It's your child, and you're gonna kill it. And it's simple as that. So all the bullshit rhetoric and all that bullshit means nothing. That's what I try to explain to these dumb fucks like Junie. When you actually read the stories and you talk to women that have had abortions and they're honest about it, it's nothing good about it. Nothing good seems to come out of it. And there are some women that say, "Oh, I got an abortion and I loved it and it was a good thing." But these women that say that always are insane. Clearly insane. Like you can look at them and tell. Some people you can look at them and you can tell they're out of their fucking minds. Now, there's some people you can't. They look normal, they're crazy. But there are some people on earth that you can look at them and you know immediately they're out of their fucking minds. And the women that tell you they love abortion and they're proud of their abortion always look fucking nuts. They got a look about them. And we were finally done with that. My God, this person, nuts. This person, crazy. Don't do it to yourself, ladies. Now it's time to get something to eat. I'm dying. I feel like I just went on a journey. Now I want sleep. Anything else going on, Techie? What the fuck? Ah! Who wins this war? United States, Russia, China, and Iran teaming up versus everybody else. I wonder who wins. That ain't even fair. That shit. Russia teaming up against you, Russia and the United States teaming up, or China and the United States, that's like The Rock and John Cena team up. You ain't winning that. That's like the two-man power trip from back in the day. That's too much power on one team. That's too much. It's too much. Russia and China and America together? We don't even need Iran. Fuck them. I guess we can use their soldiers, huh? Yeah, we'll throw them into the meat grinder. That's smart. That's smart. That's smart. Dude, these, I mean, what in the hell kind of delusional shit? Who made this? That's what I want to hear. Alex Jones. I was trying to listen to that work, but God, I was so busy today. I don't know what was going on today, but everybody and their grandmother was buying shit. And eggs went up again. They're now $5.99 a dozen. Insane. Ukraine is not joining NATO. Shut the fuck up and knock it off. Oh God, Voxer's hitting there. Man, can't wait. Voxer was having a meltdown today in the Discord because of this shit right here. If you want to know why Voxer was melting down, it's this right here. Because he lives here. This is his leader. And his leader is ready to send him to die for Ukraine.
First, we will keep the military aid flowing and keep increasing the economic pressure on Russia to strengthen Ukraine now. Second, we agreed that any lasting peace must ensure Ukraine's sovereignty and security, and Ukraine must be at the table. Third, in the event of a peace deal, we will keep boosting Ukraine's own defensive capabilities to deter any future invasion. Fourth, we will go further to develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and to guarantee the peace. Not every nation will feel able to contribute, but that can't mean that we sit back. Instead, those willing will intensify planning now with real urgency. The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air. Together with others, Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing. We're working with the US on this point after my meeting with President Trump last week. And let me be clear, we agree with the President on the urgent need for a durable peace. Now we need to deliver together. Finally, we agreed that leaders will meet again very soon to keep the pace behind these actions and to keep working towards this shared plan. We are at a crossroads in history today. This is not a moment for more talk. It's time to act, time to step up and lead, and to unite around a new plan for a just and enduring peace. Thank you.
All right, so let me explain to you how this is going to go. Voxer needs to listen up. You got two choices coming up in the fall. You can listen to this clown. You can back the Ukraine, all this gay shit, and you'll die in a trench. You'll die in a fucking trench this fall. Or you can listen to Daddy Trump, do what Daddy Trump says, and you can be playing GTA 6 this fall. Your choice. It's your choice. Life is about choices. And you have a choice to make. Do you listen to Daddy Trump? Or do you listen to this fucking dork and end up flying in one of those gay ass planes over Ukraine? Boots in the ground and planes in the air. Boots in the ground. Bloody hell. Boots in the ground and planes in the air. I am going to put boots in the ground and planes in the air, mate. Then we'll have some beans and toast, mate. That's what we'll have, bloody mate. This is not the time. This is the time to act. Leadership. I'm a leader. Don't I sound like a leader? I'm a leader. I'm the leader of England. I'm the leader of England. And if you don't listen to me, I'll fuck you up. No, you won't. You ain't gonna do shit, you nerd. You ain't gonna do shit. I can look at you and tell you ain't gonna do shit. Look, if Vladimir Putin and this motherfucker were getting in the octagon, I'm putting my money on Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin gonna now say what you want about Trump, and Vladimir Putin probably fuck him up too, because Vladimir Putin's he's like KGB. But I seen Trump take a bullet and he stood back up. So I feel like Trump gonna last longer with Putin in the cage than this fucking faggot will. Guarantee it. Because he's got that dog in him. That's what makes you stand up and go fight and say, fuck him. He could have stood back up and took another bullet. He didn't give a fuck. In that moment, he didn't give a fuck. He was ready for it to be the last moment. The last thing I'll do on this earth is tell this motherfucker to suck my dick. And he wasn't just telling the shooter. He was really saying that to all these fucking clowns. The real people. The people that sent that guy there. Whoever they may be. Whoever these people may be. There's a lot of them. But this guy, if this guy got shot, he would never stood back up. He'd have been cowering, pissing himself. I'm the leader of England. I'm the leader of England. And we're going to keep letting people come into the country and rape our women. And then we're going to send the men to die, the Englishman. The Englishman will be sent to die, but don't worry, ladies. There'll be plenty of migrant men to come in and fuck you. They will rape you, though. It's rape. Rape. It's not consensual. It's not consensual. They don't need consent in there. Where they're from, there ain't no such thing as consent, you understand? Where they come from, there ain't no need for consent. And they're coming here. Hey, ladies, they're coming here. They're coming to town. You heard about Santa Claus coming to town, right? Well, what about the migrants are coming to town? The migrants are coming to town. And they're going to have their way. I mean, it's well documented that's going on over there. It's well documented. A lot of raping going on over there. It's actually sick and twisted. Like, send the Englishman to die, and while he's over there dying on the battlefield, migrants are raping his mother, raping his girl, raping his children. It's a sick thing. It's a sick. England has really been turning into a sick place. But if you think about it, it always has been. That's why we had to fight them and take this country. Because they're sick. They're a sick people. They're a sick, twisted people. And we knew it long time ago. And we said, no more. No more of this. No more of this shit. And now we got Trump. We don't have to put up with this no more. When are these nerds going to realize we don't have to put up with this shit? We don't have to. We're not going to the fucking Ukraine. We're not giving them shit. They're gonna give us those minerals, what they're gonna give us. And then maybe we'll help a little bit with them. Maybe we'll put a couple of fucking tanks there to guard the minerals. I mean, that motherfucker Lazinski out of his head. Did you see him on fucking bring that video up? Where he was on fucking, I know it's old, but he was on fucking Hannity or fucking what was he on? Something. Man, this dude's a dork. Straight fucking dork. He appeared emotional. Oh. Yeah, he ran to England. Dude, I was dying laughing. That was today, right? He came to England today. I don't know. All these days bleed together anymore. I don't even know. I don't even fucking know anymore. My girl was telling me about something. She was like, that was 3 days ago. I was like, that was yesterday. What are you talking about? That was fucking yesterday. It wasn't 3 days ago. She's like, you haven't done it yet. It's been 3 days. I'm like, it was yesterday. Been a fucking 3 days. It was yesterday. People be getting mad at you about their own. That's what I'm saying. Mad at your own thoughts. So he runs to England. I was dying laughing when seeing it.
Novocaine?
Novocaine?
I thought you'd be dead by now.
Really? Well, I'm not.
This was yesterday, though, right?
Well, let me just say that you're very, very
Yeah, this is March 1st.
in Downing Street. As you heard from the cheers on the street outside, you have full backing across the United Kingdom.
Day before yesterday.
And we stand with you, with Ukraine, for as long as it may take. And I hope you heard some of that cheering in the street. That is the people of the United Kingdom coming out to demonstrate how much they support you, how much they support Ukraine, and our absolute determination to stand with you, unwavering determination, and to achieve what we both want to achieve, which is a lasting peace for Ukraine based on sovereignty and security for Ukraine. So important for Ukraine, so important for Europe, and so important for the United Kingdom. So I'm much looking forward to our discussions here this afternoon. Thank you very much for making the time to come.
It was pleasure.
Ran to England.
Thank you very much, Kieran.
Ran to Daddy England. What kind of faggot runs to England? He's like, America won't help me. I'll show them I'll go to England. Man, I woke up and seen that. I swear to God, I started laughing my ass off when I first saw that. And I said, this faggot went to England.
Of millions of British people. With your commitment to
Hey, Magic Boy, saddle up, because Canada, what you don't know, we got to watch that too. Canada, Justin Trudeau said he's sending Magic Boy to fight. And I support that 100%. Magic Boy needs to serve his time for what he did.
in the event of a peace deal.
What a great way to redeem yourself for harassing that woman by fighting in the war and defending Ukraine.
Is there now a more real prospect of Britain being at war with Russia? Can you rule that out?
The whole point of a guarantee for any deal, or if there is a deal, is to preserve the peace. And if you want to preserve the peace, you have to be prepared to defend the peace. So the reason I've been forward-leaning on this is because I want to avoid conflict, because I do not want conflict in Ukraine, in Europe, and certainly not in the United Kingdom. I want stability in the United Kingdom. The way to ensure that stability is to ensure that we are able to defend a deal in Ukraine, because the one thing our history tells us is that if there is conflict in Europe, it will wash up on our shores. And already in the last 3 years, what's happened in Ukraine has had a massive impact on many working people back here in the United Kingdom because their bills have gone up, their energy bills have gone up. There's been an instability in our economy caused by that conflict. So we are not unaffected by it. And of course, our own security and defence depends on the defence and security of Europe. So every step I am taking is in order to preserve peace, to avoid conflict, because the safety and security of the British people is my number one duty and responsibility, and I take it very seriously. Thank you.
Well, get ready. That's going to war. Alex was breaking the shit down. Where's he at? Yeah, Justin Trudeau said he ain't playing either. Justin Trudeau's coming too. Magic Boy would make a great soldier. Be good for him to get in that war.
Zelensky needs to step down. They need to have elections. And the neocons are a key component in Central. Playing it on air. Friday, I said, it's over. The neocons know. Everybody's against this war. Zelensky's out of control. He won't even make a deal with Trump, who will then stand up for Ukraine. If not, the EU has a plan to at least break Ukraine into three pieces.
Got in shape. He's fucking
because that's the old lines
slob
of what happened to Ukraine previously. So here's Starmer, then Zelensky, then Trump in the White House back to back.
The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air. Together with others, Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing.
The U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way as we are sending their sons and daughters to war, and they will have to fight because it's NATO that we're talking about, and they will be dying.
We will feel it in the future.
You will be dying, Techie. You will be dying, Magic Boy. You will be dying in this war. You will die in this war.
We're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're
You
going
will
to feel.
die on that battlefield.
Because you're in no position
like a
to dictate
man.
that. Remember this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war,
you're not in a good
Brown,
position.
I
you don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards. You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
No, Techie, that's where you're wrong. We don't get drafted at the same time.
You went to Pennsylvania.
You'll be dead years before I'm
the
set.
opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
What's happening here is the dying global BlackRock, Rothschild, Rockefeller, UN, New World Order system is admittedly dissolving. They admit it. The Financial Times, London, New York Times. I mean, they admit everybody hates them. The whole world's waking up to them. They've committed all these incredible crimes and atrocities. And now they're doing what crazy dictators always do. I mean, it's not just Hitler and Napoleon. It's been done hundreds of times. They're going to attack the Russians. And now the Russians have all these nuclear weapons more than anybody, and high-tech missiles that nobody can shoot down, that, the Mach 15, Mach 20, the faster ones. That's fast. And Trump's like, let's not do this. He's got a whole economic plan, and it's not weapons sales. So this is biblical, what's happening. And the fact that Zelensky over and over again in front of the Secretary of State, in front of the Secretary of Treasury, in front of Trump's top national security advisors, in front of Trump's top financial advisors, Lutnick, amazingly smart. The ideas he's been having, the things he's been doing are amazing. To restart this country fast, we don't have time. They're all witnessing Zelensky in person being sent over there and again at the White House for 40 plus minutes before they went out there in front of the cameras, literally saying, no, I don't agree to minerals. I don't agree to any peace. No. And by the way, it's now come out telling Trump, I want you to put U.S. troops in preemptively and give us a security guarantee. And Trump's since come out and talked about how insane that is. We don't have a deal with the Russians, and then we put troops in a war zone. That's what that's why the Russians did it, because NATO was putting troops in covertly, and that's now been declassified years ago. So, again, how would you feel if the Chinese put a bunch of troops in northern Mexico on the border of Texas? You'd go crazy. So he runs out, it's thrown out of the White House, literally gets out the next day, goes and hugs Keir Starmer. Then they have their meetings last night and this morning today, and they all come out and they all stand together for a photo op and say, we're all agreeing to send in troops soon. With no framework, no deal, but call them peacekeepers. And then they're going to, quote, give Ukraine a security guarantee while there's Russian missiles. Well, now the Russians have started blowing up ships with missiles that aren't even in the Black Sea, that are British, reportedly bringing weapons when they're transiting in from Turkey or by Turkey. I got that. I mean, this is escalating very, very quickly. Here's a very important clip. Zelensky was not there to make peace. He was there to strike some sort of make-believe bargain he had in his mind, and the president made it crystal clear he's the peacemaker, and Zelensky's not interested in peace. He should go home and think about it, said Lutnick. Here it is. That's clip 15. Clip 15. Clip 15. Clip 15.
No, so we were 40 minutes before the cameras came in and 45 minutes before the meltdown. And the fact was Zelensky never stopped asking for, I will give no concessions. They've got to leave my land. I want reparations of $300 billion. And I want the United States to give me security guarantees while they're at war with Russia. And that's why the president called it World War III. You're gambling with World War III. We're not going to give you security guarantees while you're at war with Russia. It's just ridiculous. His requests were ridiculous. They were not reasonable. The president let it go for a while, he was there to make peace. Our president is there to make peace. As he said, end the death. And Zelensky was not there to make peace. He was there to strike some sort of make-believe bargain that he had in his mind. And eventually that just ran its course. And Donald Trump said, I can't take this nonsense anymore, and made it crystal clear he's the peacemaker. And if Zelensky's not interested in peace, then he should go home and think about it.
And
we'll have more with Lutnick next hour. He did a whole economic breakdown for about 8 minutes. It's just very powerful because I researched it all. It's exactly what should be done, according to the really good economist that we consult with. It's just an amazing plan. Now, here is a report, and it wasn't just this one time, of Biden getting really mad at Zelensky when he bosses him around. I mean, they were giving him billions like every couple of days. Like, it's not enough. You need to give me more. You've seen him up there saying, everyone needs to give more or your sons have to die. You're going to feel bad. The Russians are going to get you. Yeah, if you drag us into a nuclear war, you lunatic, with you other crazy globalist handlers. Here's the report on Biden.
Thank you so much, Molly. Let me go to Courtney. NBC News has new exclusive reporting about a phone call that happened between President Biden and the Ukrainian president back in June. What do we know about that conversation, Courtney?
Yeah, that's right, Kate. So in this conversation, President Biden called President Zelensky to tell him about a roughly $1 billion package of additional equipment and weapons for the Ukrainian military coming from the United States. During the course of the call, President Zelensky continued, according to a number of officials who we spoke with who are familiar with the call, President Zelensky continued to talk about the additional equipment and weapons and support that he and his military needed. According to these officials, they said that President Biden finally just got frustrated and lost his temper and told President Zelensky, look, you could be a little bit more grateful. The reason that this story is interesting to us and is something that we're reporting on and officials were speaking to us about is because it shows that all these months ago, President Biden already realized that there was going to be a point where the American people, members of Congress, where people would start potentially pushing back on all these billions and billions of dollars of aid and equipment that the U.S. has been providing to Ukraine. And he knew that the narrative out there needed to be that the Ukrainian people and President Zelensky were grateful for it if the support was going to continue at that same level, Kate.
All right, Courtney Kube, some really interesting reporting. You can find more on our website, NBCNews.com. Molly Hunter, thank you.
Yeah, very hard to deal with Zelensky, a literal former gay prostitute, cokehead, psychotic, that just mass murders his own people. They even speak out against him, bans the Orthodox Church, does whatever the hell he wants, suspends elections. He's a dictator. Now, I predicted in the last few weeks a lot of times, and I said, Putin's going to offer up the rare earth minerals and other stuff that Russia has. They have more than anybody in the world. Geographically, they're almost 3 times the size of the U.S. And I said, look, Ukraine has a bunch of oil and gas, but not that much rare earth minerals. Trump is saying that as a signal because he knows if he tells Putin, give me a bunch of stuff, make a deal with us, that the media could spin that or attack that when Trump just wants economic development and wants to have a cooperative system with everybody. That by talking about Zelensky, and then if Zelensky didn't do the deal, Putin would come and offer it. I said it Thursday again. I said it during the show Friday. This is tomorrow's news today. We're only people saying this. Putin came out yesterday and it said exactly that. Here it is. It's important to emphasize that the Russian possesses significantly more rare earth minerals than Ukraine. Russia is one of the uncontested leaders when it comes to rare earth metal reserves. We have deposits in the north and in the Caucasus and in other areas, as well as in the Far East, a bunch of other regions he lists. Develop these resources requires substantial capital investments. We would be happy to work with any foreign partners, including American ones. The same is true for the new territories. We are open to foreign partnerships. Our historical territories that have been returned to the Russian Federation and also hold certain reserves. Now, you know what really happened there? China, and I said this yesterday, and then it happened this morning. Xi Jinping comes out and goes, whoa, wait, we got to deal with you. We want all of that. Well, Putin's like, not for all of it. So the U.S. strategically has always tried to split since 1949 Russia off from China. Instead, the globalists buffooning around, bumbling around, drove them together. Trump has already got Russia swinging over. And folks, we don't have hardly any rare earth minerals. Everything, computers, batteries, cars, everything. We need them. They're as important as oil. All right, massive more news on this and a bunch of other subjects. Jeffrey Epstein cover-up updates and more. Stay with us and share the live feed. There's a lot of green foods out there, and this one is the best I've ever had, and it gives you incredible energy. But we didn't really promote it, and it's become, when it's in, hands down the best seller at thealexjonesstore.com, and it funds this operation. Gut health, brain power, stress management, immunity, nutrient-rich superfoods, adaptogens. It's just, everybody loves it. And of course, it's Optimal Human. It is finally back because we have the cleanest, best stuff. And unlike the other stuff being private label, top stuff where it's already all rated, they developed this with a big company that made it even stronger. So it's got the very best concentrated super nutrients, all the vitamins, all the minerals, everything, with the key adaptogens and natural energy boosters. And again, the reason they can't keep it in is it's got so many ingredients And then when they have top labs test them that it be totally clean, even at California levels, which is almost impossible, it just takes forever. So get your Optimal Human right now. And if you subscribe, it never runs out because they hold it back for you and you get a giant discount. So 50% off. Superfood greens, functional mushrooms, 10 billion plus probiotic digestive enzymes. It just goes on and on. This is the kitchen sink. No fillers, totally concentrated. One tiny little scoop a day. Optimal Human, back in stock. And we've extended the big mega sale till Monday, and then it absolutely will end then. Thank you all for your support. We cannot do this without you. The Irish sea moss is the strongest, best out there. The Shilajit is the strongest, best out there. Just look into those things. We know what they are. I can't say what's better, Irish sea moss or Shilajit. They do different things. I mean, Shilajit, they don't even know how it's made. It's in mountains. They think it comes from oil that for over millions of years had diatoms and other things living in it, and then it just creates all these special amino acids and basically natural peptides that nothing else has. It's totally insane. TheAlexJonesStore.com, TheAlexJonesStore.com. So many deals, so many specials. When you subscribe, you get 50% off on the products. When you become a VIP member, you get $40 to spend in the store every month for it. And all these other specials. It's all there. Funding the Second American Revolution, winning worldwide. And for the next 2 weeks, when you buy anything, you get overlapping to win either one of the two vehicles, $20,000. All right now.
The most popular trends in supplementation right now are complete whole nutrient systems. I won't name any of the other brands, but there's a lot out there, and there's a good reason, because they're incredibly powerful, and when people use them, they realize how much they've been missing out of their diet and daily nutrition. We have the best, folks. Out of all of them, Optimal Human is called Optimal Human because it is just that, optimal. It's everything you need for nutrition in a daily value. You take one scoop, put it in cold water, put it in a smoothie. It tastes great. I add a little bit of lemon juice, and you really have everything you need for the day. Its superfood blend is packed with nutrient-dense superfoods to support overall vitality and energy. It's Optimal Human, everything you need for complete daily nutrition in one simple scoop. Optimal Human, available right now at thealexjonessstore.com.
Folks, I'm not funded by any big corporations or anybody. I am funded by viewers and listeners because over the years they would target our sponsors and threaten them and take them away. We direct sell high quality products, supplements, mementos, collectible knives, Patriot gear at thealexjonessstore.com. But the supplements are some of the best you're going to find anywhere. And we have this new product that boosts your immune system with all the known concentrated herbs and compounds. Atomic defense, meaning, nuke the bad guys, boost your immune system ahead of all the things that are going on. It's so good for you. The ingredients are incredible. It's our newest product at thealexjonessstore.com. And then it funds our operation as a political, cultural, spiritual immune system to fight the globalist, a true 360 win. And out of the gates, it's 40% off. Introductory offer. You take this, it's good for your whole body. You take it all the time, but particularly in the fall and winter, everybody needs atomic defense. TheAlexJonesStore.com.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order, it's Alex Jones.
You are listening to an Infowars.com frontline report. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Again, it is Sunday, March 2nd, 2025, 4:33 Central Standard Time. I am your host, Alex Jones. So, I just spent 30 minutes on the basic quick history. I know most of you already know that, but it's important for all the new listeners who are tuning in by the millions every day. And then what's the recent history, and then what's currently going on, and the insane escalation. And the EU, NATO, led by Starmer, who has like a 15% approval rating, literally was the chief magistrate for 15 years, covering up mass pedophile operations of the royal family and industrial level rape gangs, thousands of girls raped per even small town. I mean, you couldn't have a more villainous psychotic. And this collection of scum that went and started this war with Russia. And I've got a bunch of details and articles and factoids and clips I want to go to. But here's what I wanted to get to, though. We've covered what's going on, the basics, and that we're being held hostage by the globalists so they can put a gun to our head to keep giving them all this money and keep them empowered and continue to give them a reason to exist. What do we do about this? Well, we do what Trump's done. Before he even got into office, when he was president-elect, he had the Speaker of the House cut $24 billion that was about to be voted on to go to these psychotics and cut that off to get his attention. Behind the scenes, sort of talking to Zelensky's people, hey, get ready for peace. We'll make a good deal for you. Russia will leave, but no NATO. And he goes, no, I want NATO and I will step down sometime in 20 years. He said that. That's a quote. I will step down, he said last week. I will step down sometime in the next 20 years. I will do you this big favor. So it's just so frustrating. So what do we do about this? Well, the answer is very simple. We do exactly what Trump's doing. You cut the money off. You cut the money off, and then you get out of NATO because NATO is a criminal organization. Its whole history, human trafficking, sex slavery, all of it. This is too important. I've got to reset here. And the crew's great. This place has just got a lot of issues. A lot of stuff's falling apart. And I've been working till 2 o'clock in the morning last night, all day long. I got such massive preparation here. This is just earth-shattering stuff. And we don't have $1 million equipment here. We have like $60,000 equipment. So every once in a while, the TriCaster system shuts down, and that's what's happened. So the cameras are all scrambled, and they can't go to videos and any of that. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend we're not crashed here. It's all right. Just run music. If we can't even play videos, I got to reset or I'm going to have to leave. Because here's the deal. It's not the crew. It's not anybody. I'm just working too much, and I'm not as tough as Elon Musk or Trump who can just keep going and going and going. I feel great. I'm just about to blow up because I need to hit this with precision. I've got fucking so much stuff I've prepared here. I'm so ready. And, you know, it's like being a fighter pilot. You're about to drop your bomb on the enemy and the damn thing, you know, the bomb bay doors don't open. So, do we have any computer control right now? Well, I still got to take a break. I may just leave. So it's no problem. Because I'm locked and ready. I mean, I know how to stop these people. I've got it down, and I've got 50-something clips, hundreds of articles. I've got to get this done. Son of a bitch. Just lost audio on my headset. It's never ending, man. I tell you, it's absolutely never ending. Tell you, man. Why don't we just air, because it's so powerful, like the 10-minute confrontation with Trump?
Heck, he held her at gunpoint. I knew he was obsessed. I knew he was stuck, and he's going down the Magic Boy path.
And then the whole thing just dissipated in front of everyone. And just another trance, another hoax that a guy in a little Nazi uniform with a pot belly, little rat whiskers, looks like a rat creature, literally a gay prostitute. We have to, the drug addict, we have to bow down to him and let him blow the earth up for a bunch of megalomaniacs. And Keir Starmer literally couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag as a giant pedophile protector, Lord High Protector of the pedophiles. And then you see him in punching bags like this. I mean, it's just like, these are the people that are going to get us all killed. Because they're so used to being in power and so used to always getting over their corruption, they think now they can go do it to the Russians. Sure, we can't have that either. It's fine. Let's just, we got it. I'm not mad at the crew, but if I'm going to be mean, I'm just going to leave. And it's not a big thing. You know, I leave sometimes, go to rebroadcast. That's fine. I've just hit my limit. Hit my limit. Here it is. I'm going to reset and come back with how we counter this and what we do with it. So I'm going to just take a break. We'll be right back.
I'm hopping off. I might come back before bed.